Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for yet another match of the KFC Big Bash. This one is a rematch of a match that we saw earlier in the season, but also the rematch of the final for BBL 10. I hope you are all doing well. Be sure to get those predictions in for how many runs you think that the Sydney Sixers, who did win the toss, they chose that they did want to have a bat for this one. So do let me know how many runs you think they will get. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We have got plenty more content coming around cricket and everything. We have got Simon's prediction there. Also, we've got Jay, we got Robert, we got Paddy, we got Nov. Mummies, us what time the game is starting. It is starting right now. This one, and I am going to say 184. No, 180. No, 165. What I'm going to be going with. The Nov has said 175 there as well, but nonetheless, at this stage, the game is just around the corner from getting underway. We will move this over to here. We'll move this to there as well, and we are all good, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll allow within the first 3 overs of the match for these predictions, just because I was a little bit late starting up this one. I did have a quick snack after the Ashes. That was a bit of an epic finish for the Ashes indeed. Anyone who doesn't know about that one, 168, 178, please, as well in there. So we will go there. How hectic was that 10 out of 10? As I said during the stream, can we have 6 boundaries and over during this? And it was still not compare to such an ending to a test match. Yeah, it was very close in the end. Good fielding there. And the Perth Scorchers, few force changes here for them. Unfortunately, Munro, he is out at the moment due to a positive case, which does mean that he is going to be missing from the next little while. But at the moment, Josh Philippe and Justin Avadano, they will be opening. Then it is Jack Edwards, Daniel Hughes, who is the captain for this matchup, Jordan Silk, Dan Christian, Hayden Kerr, Shadab Khan, Ben DeWashers, Jackson Bird, and Todd Murphy as the lineup that they have decided to go with for this matchup. So no Moses Enriquez either is another man that they don't have. No Lloyd Pope, no Stephen O'Keefe. Nice shot there from Philippe, but goes straight to the man out at cover point. And that is going to be something that we will, I guess, have to wait and see how it goes. Josh Philippe, 2 ducks in a row. How many wickets did Roman spoil today on the Ashes? He actually didn't spoil any. Was very well behaved in that regard. And also, we got that highbrow in the chat. Perth win today, as does says Roman. Do let me know how many runs you think that they actually will be able to get for themselves here, the Sydney Sixers, ladies and gentlemen. If you do get it right, you get yourself a few points. Go towards the point system as well. None actually, Jay, as well. And this it's a Basham. Now it is going to be Morris steaming in. Did have a decent performance last time out, and that is going to be just the dot ball. Philippe yet to get off the mark now. 3 balls in a row. We are from Coffs International Stadium at Coffs Harbour. Well, I'm shocked as well. Let's go Philippe as well. And there says Aiden. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. 175 is what Aiden has gone with. We will look at it. I believe that is very similar to Novmum and also Robert. We got 3 people saying 175, but that is all right. We have worked out that there will be some form of double ups due to pretty much so many people, I'd say, for this match as well. Says Betty Wagon. Could be. We'll have to wait and see. But Morris now bowling. Once again, good speed on that. Philippe yet to get off the mark of 4 deliveries. And I feel like he's in that patch at the moment. As a player, you have some form and you have some not so form. And he's in the not so form section, but he's trying to make his way back over to that form section. Looking at the Perth Scorchers side while I am at it, they have got themselves Curtis Patterson, Cameron Bancroft, Laurie Evans, Ashton Turner, Aaron Hardie, Chris Saberg. That's going to be a new name that we haven't seen too much of this year. Ashton Agar, Andrew Ty, Matthew Kelly, Peter Askew, Lance Morris, and then it is Moody and Hobson as they do X Factor players. 171 sixes. I think we've had it before as well. Says Sebastian there. And also don't jinx Philippe. I might be able to because he has currently faced 5 deliveries and still yet to get off the mark. G'day, Double Dave. I hope you will. And there as well says Jay Hayes. They are just saying about the scores that Philippe has got. He's actually had some decent ones. 99 not out is one of the games that he did have, and also have my eye on you. So says Betty Wagon there, and also hi, how's it, buddy? And the chat says they're over the mob, but at the moment, Philippe is going to be on strike once again. 5 balls in a row. Morris, he is sitting here at 5 dots in a row. He won't be minding that too much. Philippe hits the ball hard, and that is going to be now 4 runs, and he has finally got himself on the mark there. Philippe, 4 runs off the first over, and that is going to be 4 for none now for the Sydney Sixers. But do let me know as well, leading wicket takers, who do we think will be able to take plenty of them? I see Andrew Ty there, and I feel like that is also a very good name that we should be mentioning. Lance Morris as well is normally pretty solid. Ashton Agar, not too bad. Peter Askew, so batting in a non-sexual way, I hope, as well. And there's CJA's there. What's that for? We've had it. I don't think we've had it before. Oh, no, sorry, Paddy in a non-sectoral. I have my eye on you. As also Andrew Tide says, Aidan, for who he thinks is going to be able to be the leading wicket taker now, it will be Matt Kelly. He's getting a bit of a bowl here. We can see there, Patterson. There were a couple debuts. Chris Saberg, he is 32 years of age. He is getting himself the debut. Queenslander, they have said as well, 32 years old. And also Roman have been a good lad lately. Credit where credit's due. As well, and there says Sebastian. Yeah, Roman has been good. In that regard, Avendano now, he is going to be ready to go. Justin Avendano is opening the batting, of course, with so many cases popping up. All the teams are forever rotating, I guess you could say. That is why Colin Munro is not there. And I think that's why the Sydney Sixers are so favourite to be able to win this game, even though with the way it is going at the moment, 52% for the Perth Scorchers after that first over. And no Moses Enriquez for the Sydney Sixers. No Stephen O'Keefe. No Sean Abbott as well. That's not a good one to not have there for themselves. They've got Shadab Khan, though. They've got Kerr. They've got Christian. Also, Jackson Bertold Murphy as their other options. So both sides really, I guess, putting together sides. Some of them at the last moment as well, I guess you could say. At the moment now, Kelly once again outside of the off stump. Avendano not able to connect nicely to that one. Currently just a little bit slow getting started here at Coffs Harbour Stadium, something along those lines. And how have you got? We've got there. How do you rate Kelly and Morris as well? And there, I would say Morris with his pure pace does help him out big time. Kelly's normally more of a line and length guy, but if he gets it in the right spot, he can be dangerous. 160 underrun. As I said later on, also I miss Mr. Man or Miss Outman or Mr. Outman. He needs to come back. And of course, that was, I've almost forgotten his name as well. That's bad, isn't it? But it was Gurav, of course. And went to Hobart Test Hamish. It is going to be on the 15th of January. 3:30 p.m. is when it is starting because it is going to be a day-nighter for that one as well. And also, I know, Betty, I guess, a surprise to me as well. But people can change, I suppose, as on there. I've realised if I don't say words, these get very quiet, don't they? I think that's why I talk so much, because normally if I don't say anything, it is just pure silence, and it feels weird. Kelly, now once again, going to be another dot ball, fielded by point in this one, which is Ashton Agar, who has been an absolute whiz with the bat in hand recently. Just hitting them for sixes, I know, Patty, I guess it surprised me. So people can change, I suppose, 160 underruns, 90% sure, I think. As well says Lila, you can still get in that prediction. Do let me know your score, exact number, Layla, that you are going to be going with for this one. And if you are close enough, do get yourself some points. And also, you never know what could happen. As I know, says Naveen, welcome in. And we have a Mum Steve's Basement Ramrats. And I think we have to truck, or we talk trucking into Muppet Transportation Service. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. It'll be a busy business by the sounds of it. Definitely this time of year, that is going to be the single there to close it out. And now Avendano is off the mark. Philippe back on strike for one final ball if Kelly's over. He'll be looking to work his way towards. I would say Philippe 50 would give him a lot of confidence compared to where he has been in recent weeks. He needs that big knock, and this could be the opportunity for him to be able to do so. I'm actually going to have a look and see what the games are tomorrow. Tell you what, there's a game in the A-League going on at the moment. 36 minutes in, 2-2 between Melbourne City and Western Sydney Wanderers. That's a lot of goals in the early stages. Defence is optional in that game by the looks of it. And Matt Kelly there, Philippe strikes it beautifully into the deep, and that is going all the way for 6 there. And I think he's starting to find maybe that mojo once again. As Jimmy Carr said at the end of his show, if it wasn't me, this would have been, as other streamers like to say without you, Giselle. And then Sebastian also have to mute for a second. And then says Betty Wans, no worries there, mate. And at the moment, the BBL, the games that we have got tomorrow, or the game, no, it is the game that we have got. It is going to be the Stars versus the Strikers. That is the later game. The Hurricanes versus the Thunder is starting at 4:10, although that will overlap with the Bangladesh with their game up against the Kiwis. We have got there has 2 ducks. I think last 2 innings he has indeed, which is why him getting 10 already off 7 is very much so in favour of maybe finding that form once again. We have got there, whereas Buddy trucking as well. I don't know. I think he will be here at some stage possibly. We'll still let him get in his prediction if it's in the next over, I think. And also we have got there Australia and New Zealand at evening time, Indian time. It's 1:55 p.m. says Naveen there. So yeah, at this stage, decent time in the afternoon for yourself, 8 hours behind us. And Kiwiland, he was on the other channel earlier, swinging the spinner, says Jay Hayes there. Did you have a lot of spammers overall, Jay? I feel like overall today we weren't too bad. with the spammers, that's going to be off the edge. Avadano, you take them any way you can get them this early on, and that is going to be off the edge. He does get the single, and Philippe is going to be back on strike. So we have got to have to mute for a second. As I says Betty Wagon, but yeah, those two games are taking place tomorrow. So the Stars versus Strikers game at 9:15, we will be covering on the channel. Of course, we don't want to miss too many matches, so that would be the perfect one to be able to do. Unfortunately, though, other than that, we've got some weird timed games. Scorchers versus the Stars, that is going to be at 4:10 on Tuesday. 9:15 is the Renegade Strikers, so we'll be able to do that game at any early games while there is the day-night test matches going on. And also just everything else. And also, yeah, there were many Muppets as usual. As well as JAC, we didn't really have too many. Overall, I don't think 40 plus 6 over as well in there. There's Roman, so he's saying that there will be more than 40 runs after 6 overs worth of the cricket there. So yeah, we've probably been getting very lucky in that regard, that we haven't really had too many spammers and whatnot in the last little while. Although it does seem to be, if he is live streaming as well, the spammers go to him. Which, I mean, it's not good for him, it's good for me, because then I don't have to have these. I mean, Sebastian already works double time. He needs a pay rise already for Sebastian. I don't know how to pay him. He pays me. He gave me a donation earlier on, so I don't know how to pay him back for that one, but that is going to be nicely done. Maybe we watch the Royal Rumble together, Sebastian. That's an option if I don't end up doing the live stream. As we just end up going on like a StreamYard thing with about 5 of us, just watch a bit of the Royal Rumble, you know? And also we'll go there and we send them back to you as well, says JAs. Yeah, because they get timed out over there. So they're like, oh, that don't work. We'll go back over and see what Kiwi Lads is up to on this stage as well. And then I get the one of like, do you know BKR Sport? And I'm like, yep, do a podcast together. We've done quite a few videos together in the past, probably quite a few more in the future as well. And then that's all they need. They go, right, we've got him. We know him now. That's going to be 4 runs for Avendano, and now he moves up onto 6 runs off 7 deliveries. Now that the pressure of the Ashes is gone, I want to hear from TC again in regards to the New Zealand versus Bangladesh test as on pay rise for Sebastian, says David the Mon. And you know what? While we're at hashtag pay rise for David as well. You know, I feel like David at this stage, you've given me a lot of money. I want to give you some money as well. I mean, my shirt is still wet from early on when I tried to drink my water. That was not ideal. You gotta put the water in your mouth rather than down your shirt. Unfortunately, we found that out the hard way though. And I paid the price because now I am wet. That's going to be nicely played. Turner fields it in the cover region, and that is going to be just, again, another dot ball there. And also hashtag pay rise for David as well. I think we've got plenty of pay rises that are going to be coming in as well in the near future. I don't know how to pay you guys, though, in terms of, like, you like Apple gift cards? It sounds like I'm trying to scam you. You give me a $50 Apple gift card, I give you $10 gift card back. Deal. It's a profit. For me, no, I wouldn't. I don't think I could do that. I feel like I'd be too serious and end up somehow getting ripped off myself. Yorker, not really. Full toss there. Misfield from Andrew Ty didn't get down quick enough. Now, he would absolutely be livid if that was someone off his bowling. And that is going to be the 4 runs as well. And also we've got their Kiwi Brisbane Heat must win the 3 matches they are in. They will be in the top 4 as well. Exactly right. If they can get that going, it would be very nicely. Sorry, I can't unmute right now. There is a possum in the roof. I need to hear it. So that we can block it so it can't get back in his paddy wagon. And yeah, we got him. Another person who you're referring to as well, says Jay Hayes. I think we've got a situation, Jay. Is it possible for you to send me a message on Discord saying who it is that you have got? Because I've got one at the moment that I have been able to do my detective level stuff and worked out who it is from the Instagram account, from them unfollowing and then refollowing, then unfollowing themselves. You know, I got it up here. No, Amish, I don't work like that. However, if you set me up on a date with Gabriella Sabatini, now you're talking to us, I better look her up because I have never looked up her yet. Gabriella Sabatini. I know that you talk fondly of her. I can't spell it. This is why I probably haven't looked her up. Gabriella Sabatini. I like how one of the first one that comes up is husband, because of course everyone wants to make sure that she is a single woman. I mean, I don't know how old she is now, but she is still very nice, isn't she? Roger Federer. Coincidental encounter with Roger Federer is one of the ones as well. And Kiwi, what is your Instagram account? As I says, Ryan, it is the _Kiwi _lads. That's it. That's not quite it though. That little hyphen at the second one needs to go down a little bit more. So I'm trying to think of his chat name as well. And there says Jay Hayes. But now Haskell just tying up the shoes, and the way that man fidgets with the ball in it, he's certainly going to have his shoelaces go untied quite a few times. Philippe at the moment sitting on 13 runs of 11 deliveries. Oh, I just noticed you shave your beard off, says Nub Mum. I did indeed. We hit 100 likes on the other live stream, so because of it, it's gone. Sadly, I'm just down to the mustache now, and also I think the one who was timed out on Big stream and came here to talk bullets was just Smile as well. Oh, well fielded there. A little bit of a knee problem, was it? No. I think he is all right. This one, it is Chris Saburg getting his debut here as well. I think his chat name was just Smile or something like that. So I think he was overall, did he do anything too crazy in our chat, or was he kind of relatively not too bad as well? And also we looked at there, Sebastian, what do you think, Toto, as well? And there says Layla, Hasgaloo now ripping into it. Drag down delivery, catch him in the deep. It bounces to the man in the deep once again for Saburg, and he has been able to field it very nicely indeed. Currently still ticking over in the runs here for the Sydney Sixers. Anything over 170 is defendable in the Big Bash. We have seen it before. We will see it again. At the moment, Hasgaloo trying to give that one an almighty little rip of herself. I need a cricket ball, don't I? But I'll probably end up smashing something if I have one. Did you give my prediction, Kiwi Lads? I did indeed. It is actually the same as Novmum and also someone else as well. And yes, Kiwi Lads shaved his face, as I says, Lila. I did indeed. The thing is, I shaved it because people were like, the beard doesn't look that great. And then like I got rid of it, and then they were like, oh, you should have kept the beard. And I was like, what do you want me to do? And so on, also because they're not crazy enough to get timed out here as well, although it wasn't making too much sense in what he was saying as well. And also I said 171 and sounds like came from Ram Ranch Stables. Oh, Philippe, he goes bang, he goes big, he goes long, and he says, thank you very much. Have another six there for the Sydney Sixers. The deepest part of the ground, they are saying there. And it does now move up onto 33 for 3. 33 for none, I should say, after the first 4 overs. I'm going to have a barley sugar. If it's not too melted, I think it's too melted. Unfortunately, the packaging has kind of ruined it as well. The yellow ones aren't that nice. That lemon. At the moment now, there's going to be 4 overs down, 33 for none here. And what do you think total runs? As I says, Robert there, he said 175 for his prediction in this one. But now Ashton Agar, he is going to be raring to go here. A little bit of spin on offer for that man, Ashton Agar. 62 matches, 44 wickets he has been able to take for himself. Projected at the moment is at 165, possibly moving up towards that 193 if they go at 10 and over. And who's the highest number of concurrent viewers? What's the highest number? For cricket-wise, I think it was almost that Ashes one, been the final one. And also for rugby, it was about 3,000 or something like that for one of our Springboks versus All Blacks live streams, which was absolutely insane. Probably Double David. We all just got sick of his random unrelated questions inserting. There's a few accounts that's been hidden for being a Muppet as well, and also cheers in there. And also I said 175. I don't know what Kiwi Lads predicted. I said 165 for myself, and also Kiwi Lads, may please add me on Instagram, please. Ryan there. If you do add that one with the Kiwi, the underscore Kiwi underscore lads, it will be a lot easier for me to be able to add you. Do you remember in the last 2 hours when you lost the ability to drink water like a human being? I do. My shirt does as well. It's still a little bit damp from it. But I don't know what happened. I think I was still trying to talk while also drinking, and it just didn't quite work out. Unfortunately there. 4.3 overs down. Schnager, decent ball. That's going to be the first run of his over. Whereas over also little bots. And there as well, says David the Mile. But we have got plenty more cricket coming today, coming tomorrow, coming the next day, coming this week, coming this month, coming this year for the cricket world. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe because we've got plenty more of it. 3,000 for a rugby game. Your stream probably had more viewers than the actual matches. I said that other, yeah, it was absolutely insane how it was going for that one. Yeah, rugby season, Super Rugby just around the corner. We are going to be live streaming for those matches as well. I just wish all of the games went on at random hours of the morning for the URC, Gallagher Premiership, etc. Just because you never know whether or not the games are going to be taking place or whether just beforehand they might end up cancelling them. Shot. from Avadano. He said, thanks very much for coming. 185 is a good score on the surface, I would think. New Zealand's going good against Bangladesh. They are indeed. At the moment, 349 for one, I believe. Little kid, I think, pretending he's from India, yet types fluent English. As well, says J.A. That's an interesting hairdo there for a few people supporting the Sydney Sixers. I'll be honest. Oh, I missed an audio call from Ryan. Did you try and ring me, Ryan? And then I did just get the notification for it. But you did start following me, I believe. Yes, you did. So I'll follow you back as well. And also, we got the did you saw England versus or Australia versus England test today? And wow, what a match I enjoyed as well for Robert. Here we go. Did follow you back, Ryan. At the moment, Ashton Agar there are just showing that he got absolutely smacked away to the boundary. Good point, bro, as well. And there's that David the Mob. We had like 4K people watching and 1K likes for an All Blacks versus Springbok stream. It was the biggest since I was here as well. It was the biggest in general. Like we had in it like 300 likes up to that point, and then we just tick over 1,000. And my brain was just like, what? What is going on? At the moment, 8 runs so far off that last over. Not too bad from us. And yes, Lila did. It's well says Robert there, but now Andrew Ty getting brought into the bowling attack. Now, we did have a misfield earlier on. If anyone misfields off his bowling, he will be frustrated. Andrew Ty, nice slow ball straight away there. I'm not too sure how quick it was. It was probably around that 115. Not need to call me Kiwi. I just tried to call you. It's on there, says Ryan there. And the chat, but now 111 wickets for Andrew Ty. He is actually the leading wicket taker, I believe, almost in the BBL. Him and also Sean Abbott, I think, are going head to head. There's actually another man in there as well in the hunt for that one, but now Andrew Ty after the short ball there, not quite able to get onto it. It's given as a wide. Just a little bit wide from Andrew Ty. We have got there with All Black streams were crazy as well. Couldn't get a word in edgewise as well. Exactly right. Like, that's the thing. The chat just went too quick. Like, my brain was trying to read every single message. Like, some bits I did end up reading just a random stuff out just because I was trying to. Oh, nice shot there from Josh Philippe. I was trying to get through them all as well, Ryan. I did just try and call TKL as well. And there says JA. Just testing if it works. I missed an audio call. That is all right, though. I don't mind audio calls. I don't think I've ever actually talked to any of you guys in the live stream on audio wise. I've talked to Casey over audio. If I talk to you, Sebastian, what does your accent sound like? I've always thought about this. I'm like, Sebastian, what does he sound like? Does he speak like does he speak like has he got a strong accent? Not much of an accent, you know? It's gonna be worked down the third man once again, and it is gonna be just a single once again there. And Andrew Ty is sitting 3 balls, 3 runs of his bowling. Not too bad for himself. Just rotating the strike here between Philippe and Avadano. Whoa. I just had a new realization. That pink dot shows who's on strike. Philippe gets a single. That will move down to there now for the next ball. I always thought that the little star was referring to who was on strike. But that's not out. Boom, there it's switched. I'm mind blown. And also, I love audio messages from my mate and us as well. And also, the only ones with modding attributes were Hamish and Isaac as well. I couldn't tame that bloody chat session. Yeah, exactly right. I think that was one of the realizations that I was like, okay, probably need some moderators here. There's going to be a little bit miss it. And also correct Hamish as well. I didn't even know it. Watch this. They got a single. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's going to do it. Going to do it again. Boom. Now Philippe's on strike. Lovely. We have got the, I'm guessing Sebastian sounds like a refund, Transylvanian aristocrat. You know some big words, David. I am impressed with your vocabulary. You really test my speaking ability with them. Philippe dot ball to close out the over of Andrew Ty. Only going for the 5 runs. That's 6 overs down. This one's been flying by so far, but it is going to be 0 for 46 here. I feel like I'm looking very far that way, aren't I? I'm probably going to move it on over. There we go. We will go there. Uh-oh. There we go. And breaking news, it also does it with the bowlers. I did see that as well, the little dots. Did it do it for the whole of the Ashes? As if it did, I didn't notice it once. And also, we're going to keep. What do you think? Brisbane Heat win or Adelaide Strikers on Wednesday as well? I feel like it's a decent chance that the Brisbane Heat should be able to get themselves a win there. And crosswords, that is true, isn't it? Suck at crosswords. Like, it's like, hey, what is an animal that goes raw as well? And I'm like, doesn't fit in. 4 words, 4 letters, sorry. Be a lion, wouldn't it? But any bigger than that. Looking for girlfriends as well. Girlfriends. And it's a mixture of the British accent because that is one where we taught you. Well, that's one we taught you Latino because Romanian is a Latin language as well. Nice. Right, if you could predict that match, you'd be rich as well, says Robert. That is true. I'm not really rich, but when I am, when I am rich, I think I'll still be doing this. I think it's 170 runs as well, says Ryan there, and also I have a Bogan accent. Seb as well. Also, have you guys talked to each other kind of in voice chat? I guess in the past. At the moment now, it is going to be Matt Galley still running in. No sign of Colin Munro. That is because of a positive test. And then also Moses Henriquez. He is not there for the Sydney Sixers alongside Stephen O'Keefe. Oh, that's worth a shout there. Not out as a goal. It was a big full toss accidentally. Don't believe he meant to do it as a full toss there for Matt Kelly, but it was actually relatively close for an LBW shout. But 20 runs at the moment off 18 deliveries here. Nice one. That was close. That was kind of close. I think it was going down leg though. 10 and over from here would get them 183, and I think that would be a defendable total up against this Perth Scorchers side. Wacko almost ended up connecting with that one, but he does end up French cutting it away. It looks like they do want the 2. Peter Askaloo loses the hat, almost loses the footing as well, but they get back. That is going to be the 2 runs there. Anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We've got plenty more of the BBL. I was doing all the talking and playing some interesting voice messages from old mate. I've never heard Seb's voice as well. Didn't talk to each other. I just listened to Jay as well. I like his accent. I find it utterly Aussie. I don't know as well. What does a bogan sound like? Is it like a real strong, like twang? Like as in like, oh mate, what are you on about? What are you on about? What are you on about? Oh, that's actually, is that what are you on about? I've seen what's it called? It's like an Australian comedy. What are you on about? With like Wes or Les or something like that. Is it similar to that? What are you on about? What are you talking about? I can't do an Australian accent very well. I feel like all I need to do is listen to a commentator for like a minute, and then all of a sudden I sound a little bit more Australian than I am anyway. So is Langer going to head ahead or to go ahead and drop Kawaja and bring back Jarvis Head like he hinted at? If he does, I would be disappointed. Kylie Mole as well. And then says, "No, mama, good evening, Hamish, bro." And also, how southern does Katie sound, Hamish? I mean, she's got, I'm going to try and impersonate her. This isn't going to go well. She got a little bit of something, but nothing too major. A little bit of something. I'm sorry, Katie, if you're watching. I was also Bogan sounds like a West Aucklander. Henderson Way's good people as well, says David the Mod there. But I'd like to think that if Head is coming back into the side, Kawaja is opening instead of Marcus Harris. You got to have Kawaja in there somewhere. The man's got back-to-back centuries. If you drop him, I don't know what you're up to. At the moment, Philippe, 31 of 20 deliveries. As well, Lemon, Clayton, Heaslett, Cooper, Zaman, Majib, as well, Pearson, I assume that is, over the top there in the outfield. And also, what would be a bar score on this pitch? I'd say with the short boundaries, the way it is looking, I'd say 175, 160 minimum for any chance of winning this one. But I'd say 175 is looking pretty good at the moment. And also for the Brisbane Heat squad as well. So they've still got quite a few good players in there. They're missing Chris Lynn, I do see. Just get followed on Instagram again. by someone else. Very popular today. Also, Ryan, they won't side or name side till Tuesday as well. I going back. Possum issue has been sorted. You deal with him, Paddy. You got rid of him. Took him out. And Ryan, they won't name side till Tuesday as well on there. And also, who mentioned earlier, Garav. Yeah, at this stage, Garav, we haven't actually seen him yet, sadly. Since we saw him once in the new year, he did actually say Thunder is going to win. And we haven't seen him yet. At the moment, I'm just sucking on a barley sugar as you do, you know. Takes a while to get through them as well. I mean, the barley sugar fund, it's still there, so I am going to be able to get a replacement after I finish this last one as well. I was like, okay, right, thank you, this say. And in there as well. Oh, that's going to be a little bit chippy, Ashton Agar. Takes the draw, and I almost got it a draw and pass, but that was a beautiful one from himself as well. I'm going to close my curtain. Where I got there, Karava has probably gone out. As he possibly has. There we go. Ashton Agar, though, nicely done, picking up the wicket. A caught and bowled is always very impressive. Definitely when it is Josh Philippe that you end up getting him. That was New Year's Eve as well. Yeah, I miss him a little bit. You know, he seems like a nice enough guy. He just only knows the word out, really. And also, thanks, bro. This is my Dream 11 playing 11. As well, now it says Sebastian there, and Grav most probably means Ram Ranch as well. And this says they're from David the Ranch. Oh, sorry, David the Mon. Not David the Ranch, of course. Philippe definitely included the Australia summer white ball cricket this time against New Zealand ODI or T20 format. Just says for show, and I'm looking forward to seeing how those ODIs go, because the other thing, an ODI is so different to Test match cricket. It's going to be literally 8 hours worth of cricket all being played. We're going to be commentating every second. David the Ranch is in there. JA said David has got the laughing emojis there. Hopefully that doesn't become a thing. If it does, I do apologize, David. You're not the Ranch. Jack Edwards there. Strike rate of about 100. Best of 47. Decent player. Jack Edwards, and he will be hoping to go on and get himself possibly good total here up against Ashton Agar, who has been able to pick up the first wicket. Also picks up plenty of sixes for his side as well. The leg side there, whipped away by Jack Edwards. Well fielded there. Whoever that was has done well. I'm going to give them another clap. I don't know whether or not you guys can hear me clapping or not. It was actually Saberg was able to do nicely. So he's good in the field. He's also 32 years of age, got plenty of experience. Jack Edwards, not so old in that regard. Nicely played by Jack Edwards, works it out to point, and they're going to be able to get the single all good. But look at Jay Hayes as well. And there says David the Mod. Also, Kiwi, hopefully New Zealand 5 out for 400 as well. And this says Ryan, yeah, I believe they are going to be going for probably around there. I'd say they'll go for about 450 or somewhere around there. How about that from Ashton Agar? Just gone straight through the man, and Avendano now gone. It's on Agar, gets 2 wickets in a row here. He's on fire. And also, here go there, David the Mod. You'll always be double David to me. As I said, Jay, isn't that sweet? That's a nice moment. That's gone straight through him. And yes, David 23 was legendary as well. And yeah, that's going to be very nicely bowled. Straight through him. Avendano tried to play with the spin. The spin decided that it didn't want to play with his bat, though. Did end up disappearing. I might get a ball for the second innings. I feel like I should be playing with a ball like Brett Lee. Yeah, he's pretty good, Brett Lee, so I might want to follow after him. I don't actually have anything other than a party popper, but I don't want it to accidentally go bang. As an Agar, as all-rounder, it's a good sign for Australia as well, says for sure. Exactly right. He's a very talented player there, Ashton Agar. Currently Daniel Hughes at the crease. At the moment, I am just checking whether or not any BBL games are getting cancelled or not, because they do seem to be coming in and going pretty quickly at the moment. A moment. There we go. So there's still, I mean, the 12:30 games I don't think I'm going to be able to catch, unfortunately, because they are going to be right early on in the morning. As also, we've got the Euro machine. Sebastian, nicely played. through the onside from Hughes. Nicely done. And that is going to be just the single off Agar. At the moment, he's bowled 2 overs, already got 2 wickets for himself there. And 2, I mean, that's the thing, 2 wickets this early on. Definitely while we are in that kind of individual stage. A 7th next week as well, says Aiden. I believe it is. It's getting very close, isn't it? A moment, we will go on here as well. I've got my old schedule written up, but it's all muddled at the moment. I don't really have any real, I guess you could say, system, other than just a heap of random stuff everywhere. That's going to be the single to close out the over there. And 3 runs off that one. That is going to be the end of the over as well. Thank you. Look what I got. I got a ball. It's a bit green, so that means it's probably going to become a bit see-through. I got a white cricket ball. Decided to get this one, seeing as we are in T20 format. That looks very weird, doesn't it, when you see that ball going across the front of the screen? It looks like it almost doesn't look like a ball as well. And you're a great bro as well. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it. I see why I don't have a ball normally, because now I'm just annoyed. I'm going to put it down on the ground. At the moment, we have got there 2 wickets in this over. Well, nice comeback as well, says Fischel. Exactly right. Very nice. And what I said, Kiwi lad, 160 under total as well. Look, drama started as well, says Lila there. And also we have got there for the 7th circuit. It is 11 days' time that it is going to be starting with the 7th. So just a little bit further away. But now Hasgaloo is going to be bowling once again. And I've worked out that spin. Seems like a good option on this surface. Once again, hit on the ground wide on. Does end up feeding that one or fielding that one in Patterson. Now I'm missing quite a few of their players. And Ashton Turner is actually the captain, I should say, as well. There's his eye. Why does Joe Root keep getting hit in the nuts as well? Is he trying to play too late? Just poor reads as well. Not sure. It just always hits him there, doesn't it? I don't know whether it's like just reacting too late. So maybe it could be the playing too late. But every single match now, like I swear I've never seen an Ashes player get smacked in the ball so many times than Joe Root did. And that's just 4 matches. We've still got the 5th one to go. There's still hope that he might be able to get another one. Has he already got kids, Joe Root? Because if he hasn't, I would very much recommend getting onto that relatively quickly. Joe, no, that's Hal. Joe Root. Children, he's got 2 children, so he'll be right. I think he's decided that rather than going and getting a vasectomy, this is cheaper. And also, you need to bowl that ball to Kieran as well. Seam it to the edge of the carpet, 150 Ks as well. On Thursday, the 20th, it's all there. It's going to be racing close to the boundary. Well done by Andrew Tice, saving the runs. It's going to be nice and done. And also the Kieran emojis. Oh, you need to bowl that ball to Kieran, seam it to the edge of the carpet, 150 Ks. I feel like he could take a bounce to Kieran. We'll stick him in a helmet. She'll be all good. I miss Kieran a little bit. Should we put Kieran up in the corner rather than the Christmas one? There we go. There we go. He's up there now. He's hiding. He's in about. He's kind of around at the moment. He's just pretty much, he stays in my room at night and during the day as well. Nice shot once again. Straight to the man at short cover. No run available for them. And Hasgaloo at the moment, he's been a little bit expensive. As we have got there, cheaper but more painful. Or he is just morbid as well in this, says Dumb Mum. That's true, Russian woman. Can they cause chaos again as well? Says Aiden. Of course, we are talking about the 70. I feel like they're a decent shout for Russia as well. He's back in the Scorchers, it seems, as well. And there, says Sebastian. And the barley sugar's stuck again. I need to stop doing that. If you leave it on the side too long, it actually gets quite painful because it starts cutting your cheek. I can't get it out. Going to be much better there. I got a little bit of out. Just going back, and it's going to be a single there as well. Barley sugars aren't a good idea for a live stream. I'm learning, but that's 9 overs down, 65 for 2 now. For what the Sydney Sixers. Nailed it. Also, we got. I was not going to make a sandpaper joke, but I better not. Well, I was going to make a sandpaper joke, but I better not as well. Says David the Mod. My dad is a builder. Could probably shine a bit of this one off. It's not very shiny. It's more like, that's the thing with a white ball. It just ends up getting grass coloured. And it's a bit disappointing after a while, because everything just looks like it's old for this ball. Ashton Turner. It was louder than I anticipated. Hamish is in the Bali army as well. I am indeed. And hello, says Andy Mike. Welcome into the live stream. I hope you're doing well when it starts. I'm not going to be placing big bets. It's incredibly risky for real. I lost $500 last tournament as well. Jeez. That's the thing. It's so tempting to go for one of those. I think it's like the point start ones, isn't it? They seem like it is going to be decent. I'm watching rugby, but some rules I don't understand. You should be some rules tell us as well, says Vishal. So pretty much, I guess the gist of rugby is don't tackle a man around the neck, and also just try and get more points than the opposition while also playing. And I guess rugby's one of those ones, people try and play it respectfully overall, but sometimes stuff happens. And also just run with the ball. I mean, Super Rugby will be a great example of learning all about the rugby side of it, because we are going to be covering every single game on this channel as well. The moment Ashton Turner, 2 balls bowled, 1 run off his over. It's going to be nicely played. Oh, tell you what, that's some quick glove work there from Cameron Bancroft. Do they go upstairs? Oh. They just put wicket up on the screen, but that is not a wicket, I don't believe. It was close. What happens here? Does play it. Steers forward. Oh, he does get the bat down. It's very good work at hand point. Count on rugby football as well. And there says Andy, so pretty much you get 5 points for a try, which is when you put the ball down past the opposition's, I guess, or in the try area, I guess you could call it. And then also you do get 2 points for the conversion afterwards, which is kicking it between the 2 posts with a T as well. And then also it is going to be 3 points if you get a penalty and kick that one through. And Super Rugby so excited about it. Never bet against the Crusaders. They never lose as well. I mean, there's a chance, one day an underdog might be able to cause an upset. I know that the Wasps today are playing up against the someone's Leicester. I think the Wasps are the underdogs in that one, but they're at home, so it will be interesting to see how that one goes. Once again, it is going to be worked to the leg side. Nicely done by the Sydney Sixers. Oh. Okay. Okay, so they are actually just listing through the injury. So fractured finger for Josh Butler. He will be returning to England. He will not be playing in the next test match. Johnny Bairstow, he has got an injury on his side. Left side strain for Ben Stokes. So those two are both going to travel but be assessed. Sam Billings, he has a negative test, so he is allowed to play. There you go. So a whole heap of injuries. So Chris Wood, or sorry, not Chris Wood, Mark Wood has said, I'm fine. After that one, they have lost. They didn't win Super Rugby James Tasman, though. So yeah, as I said, Paddy Wagon, although they did win all their games for that one, just not by the points differential that they did need. They never lose. Yeah, they don't make it to the final eight. And I'm so glad the Trans Tasman format is gone. It was a flawed format as well. And also we have got there, they will hear to England losing these, or hurt England losing those two as well. So pretty much they will lose Josh Butler. Both Bairstow and Stokes are getting assessed while they are going, but they are still going to be in Australia. I've watched the Japanese Rugby League 1, and also we have got their very fast-paced game, although it could be confusing because it's not, because it is Union, not League, as on there. Says no, mum. Yeah, it is very fast-paced with Damian McKenzie. I do know that he's playing at the moment. Sami Karevi, Israel Folau, Quade Cooper, Ash Dixon, Lachlan Boshier, Aaron Cruden, Teddy Black, all of the players from New Zealand. Damn it, I joined late, perhaps. Late for bet, perhaps. Second innings, I will give my bet score as well. And it's Archer back for the next one. He is not. He is still going to be in England, so they are missing out on him, unfortunately. They would have quite liked to have him, I would think, in that regard. I'm quite glad that barley sugar's gone, because that one wasn't that nice. The lemon one is not my favourite. I was saying also, what are the odds of Drua and Moana Pacifica, Super Rugby Pacific as well? One moment. I'll see whether or not the TAB do actually have them on there yet. I know that normally it's the betting beforehand. Also, we got their True Sebastian as well. And also, we got there, they didn't, they did lose 2 in Super Rugby, New Zealand Super Rugby, so as well. And this is Paddy Wagon. That one's going to be just showing the highlight of Ashton Agar taking that wicket from a little bit earlier on. Rugby Union, outright and features. Show more competition. Super Rugby Pacific. I know. Right, so Crusaders to win is paying $2.75. Moana Pacifica to win is paying $31. And then Fiji and Drua to win is paying $151. But Moana Pacifica is more likely to win, they are saying, than the Western Force, the Rebels, and the Waratahs alongside Fiji and Drua. It's like the Australian Super Rugby tournament was boring as last year's 8, and it also went to Six Nations start for February, Hamish. So it is getting just around the corner as well, and we are going to be covering those games on the channel as well. So we've got plenty of rugby coming up. We may not have had too much rugby in the past couple of weeks, but that is just because I do need to sleep. As well, what about the Canes as well, says Petty? I believe they were paying about, I think it was $10 as well. And I was 170, says Kelly there, for how many runs that she thinks that they will be able to get at this innings. But at the moment, I would say, 10 overs and 68 runs. It's a decent total. They're working towards it. It is now going to be Hardie who will be getting the opportunity. Is Jofra back for the next one? He is not. He is going to be missing for Jofra Archer, unfortunately, because he would have been a very good asset to have for them because of that extra pace that he has got. But now it will be Aaron Hardie bowling outside of the off stump. What's the Rebels paying as well, says Aiden there? I believe they were paying 51. I'll go back into it here and have another wee look, another wee gaze at it. Okay, so the Hurricanes are $8. The Rebels are $51 alongside the Western Force. Also, I love how people ask you questions, which they could easily find, or they could easily just Google for themselves as well. I don't mind being the messenger, though. Who's your Super Rugby team, Jay? Oh, no, you're more of an NRL boy, aren't you? How much do you think your team, who's your team, Jay? And also, Moana Pacifica have decent odds. Imagine the upset of the Kiwi sides if this happened as well. It's mentioned exactly right. Although they are based out of New Zealand, and they've got a lot of the best players from the Bunnings NPC / Mitre 10 Cup, whatever you want to call it. And the last one, the Blues, says they're paying $4 to be able to win, followed by the Chiefs, then the Hurricanes, then the Reds, then the Brumbies. The Highlanders are down at 15. That is because they are missing Ash Dixon. Cowboys as well, says Jay Hayes. We're going to have a look at the NRL here. Rugby League. Oh, they don't even consider it a sport. No, I'm kidding. It is there, outrights and features, to make the top 8 for the Cowboys. They're a decent side. Where are they? The Cowboys. $4.20 to make the top 8. And also what's for the Ram Ranch comments as well. And then it waits for the Ram Ranch. I see. Is that where it came from? Are you at Ram Ranch at the moment, Jay, with your Cowboys? And also, their Warriors like $1,000 says Paddy Wagon. Yeah, they are actually, believe it or not, they're better odds than the Cowboys to make it through to the top 8. Only $4 to win the competition, though. Outright winner. The Cowboys are winning, aren't they, Jay? $36, same as the Warriors. We're going to put $1 on each of them. I don't have $2, so unfortunately I can't do that. But if I did have $1, I would put it. But now Hardie currently 3 balls, 2 runs scored off him so far. So not really going at a huge strike rate here for the Sydney Sixers. Hardie once again steams in. It's eerily quiet at the ground. 18 Cowboys playing for North Queensland. And there's Sebastian there. Mitch Marsh has the largest head at the Perth Scorchers is the comment that Curtis Patterson has been mentioning just for now. But our Aaron Hardie charges in, nicely delivered. That's going to be 4 runs though for Daniel Hughes, or is it? No, it is cut off in the deep. Very nicely done by Patterson. And also, I grew up in Mackay, which is about a 4-hour drive from the Cowboys' home ground in Townsville as well. And then also, hey mate, I got back for a camp today because I went there for my, with my nana and gramps, also with my uncles and aunties. And my first cousins since I was born, says Mr. Savage. By any chance, is that you, James Gordon? Is that James Gordon? Do let me know, mate. But it is good to see you back. Hope you have been enjoying your holiday that you have had for yourself with a little bit of camping. But now it is going to be Hardie. Still running and still only going for the 4 runs so far. Going to be nicely played. And it is going to be the dot ball to close out that over now. Hardie only goes for the 4 runs. And it's James as well. I thought it was James. So you've had a little bit of a change in the name, haven't you? From Mr. It was, what did it used to be? I guess I just got so used to calling you James Gordon. I'm not actually too sure what it used to be for the name as well. I know it wasn't Mr. Savage E, though, in that regard, but that is going to be the end of the 11th over, 72 for 2 here for the Sydney Sixers. The Perth Scorchers, they're a decent side when they bat first. They have not actually won a game of the KFC Big Bash when they have not batted first. So this is the perfect opportunity for the Sixers. Try and shut down the Scorchers when they haven't got Munro, when they haven't got Marsh, when they haven't got Inglis, when they haven't got Behrendorff, when they haven't got someone else I can't think of in that middle order. Maybe they have only got those guys gone. And also we have got the Icy Savage. That is the one. I knew that it had a Savage in there. And I was the old one as well. Says James Gordon. I do say as well a lot, don't I? That fella from earlier on, he was correct. I do say as well way too much. Jack Edwards on strike. To Asgaloo, that's plum. Asgaloo picks up the wicket. And Jack Edwards, he's going to be on his way now. It's going to be very nicely done. I also had my first beer there too. It tasted like ginger. Was it ginger beer, James Gordon? That would make sense if it was. But at the moment, Asgaloo just having a little bit of a drink of water, of course, while he is out on the field. And that is going to be definitely out. Jack Edwards, easy decision there for the umpire. And it is Asgaloo. Does end up picking up the wicket there. Is a little bit disappointing. Also, I haven't seen my mate Lee on here for a while as well. I timed him out that time, and then when he came back, he was having a mental breakdown as well. And he says, David the Mod, Lee. Who is Lee? I'm thinking of the names. There's so many names. Lee. Oh. Lee. Who was Lee? I'm trying to think of Lee. I'm closing my eyes. I can't think of it now. It was Real Beer as well. Says James Gordon. Nice one. Nice one. And your first real beer. You're a big boy now as well. And there's Sebastian. I mean, I'm still yet to have a Red Bull or any energy drink that's not a Powerade. So I feel like I can't really talk about being a big boy too much. I haven't had coffee, haven't had tea. haven't had a whole heap of the old kind of different ones that you can have. What else haven't I had? I don't think it's one thing, but what else? Don't know. Asgaloo now. Gonna be sitting there. I remember Lee. I can't think of his last name as well. Dragged down there. That's going to be almost worth a shout, but it was just a little bit too low and a little bit too leg side-ish for Peter Asgaloo. Oh, the one who kept asking David. I remember him. How he kept on saying to David, hi, didn't he? He said hi to David every 5 seconds. And just be like, hi. And then David was like, if you say hi again, I'm going to time you out. And then Lee was like, okay, sorry, David. And then he put, hi. And then David was like, right. You've chosen your bed, now you're going to lay in it. And David just straight like that, he was gone. The moment now, Asgaloo currently sitting there 1 off 17, 1 wicket, 17 runs, 2.3 overs here. And also, hi, David the Oh, that's strategic, Paddy, because he can't time you out, can he? Because you guys are both moderators. I know someone who can time you out, though, Paddy. But I don't know whether or not it would work out well for me. There we go. Work to the leg side once again now. Going to be 2 runs. Good running between the wickets there. There's Galoo. He's not too happy with the fact that they were able to sneak through for the 2 there. Daniel Hughes, he's doing very nicely. Lee was probably 9 years old as well. Says David the Mob. Probably. At least says Agar says out. Must be brothers as well. And then me, last night, me and my cousin and the bros went ding-dong ditching on caravans as well. Says James Gordon. Nice. The is what we have got at the moment. T8. The. As well, and also we'll go there. We need Guy to say in as well. That is true. Guy to say in. Good of. If we could teach, that's the thing. I feel like we could make some actual good sentences out of the chat as well. Squiggles has a stutter as well. And there's SJA's there. Tell you what, I want you guys to try your best to write a sentence here. You're all going to have to chip in. I want it to be like one word, then someone puts another word, then someone puts another word, and we get a whole story going. For some reason, I want to see if that works. And one of the boys tripped and almost got caught as well. So I am going to put here. That's the start of it. One. Adele, who's on the edge of getting timed out. Hamish bloody Spencer, he takes the piss too much as well. He does a little bit, doesn't he? At this stage. Once, damn, we've already around it. Okay, David's got one once, so we'll go with David's. Forget mine. You don't encourage the Muppets as well. And now once there, as well says David. Wait, so he's just someone's going to help David out with the storytelling. As though we just got once there. I thought this would go a little bit better, to be honest. Upon we got one once there, upon was. Turning out 3 runs, 5. Once there was 5, I will go with as well. There was 5. I should have probably clarified. We should have an order. Oh, Muppets a common one. That wasn't a good idea. Turning now. Oh, is that one once again knocking it to the leg side? Oh, sorry, the offside there. Just a single there. Hughes at the moment sitting at 11 runs off 15. 5 off 5 for Jordan Silk there. I feel like Ranch was definitely coming straight after Ram, wasn't it? That sounds like a dodgy sentence when you think about it. Turner at the moment, 6 runs, 8 deliveries. Decent from the spinners, and they've actually worked out this is more of a spinner's surface. So they will be trying their best to work their way towards a decent enough. Are we just putting random letters? The story literally goes, once there upon, one once there upon was 5, a Muppet Ram Ranch, big. Right, story, the end. There we go, the big rabbit. There was a big rabbit as well. Of course there was a big rabbit, fat, as well as Patty. Oh, killed as well. So it's getting violent. So well, looks like that is going to be once again the single. Just closing out killed cow. There was a fat killed cow, also known as a steak. It was a heart, and they're called. Right, the story has not gone well. I feel like we're gonna end. Yeah, that is a nice end to the story. It makes perfect sense. And there was no way that it could have been misinterpreted at all. That story. The end. What a nice story. Oh, now Ashton Turner, he's gone for 9 runs off his 1.5 here. 12.5, trying to glide that one past third man. Well fielded there by once again. It was actually start a new one. I think that one, we've seen enough of it. That's the story ain't going well. It does need work. And how lovely is this Betty Wagon there? And they lived happily ever after. Yeah, the big fat kill cow at the hardness of Ram Ranch. We need to establish an order that the story makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, I didn't think it through. I was working on the theory that because you guys normally message like one person, 30 seconds later another. I thought it was going to work out nicely. It didn't work out nicely. And I was like, yes, Seb, there. One day we'll get it. All of a sudden, I'll just be like story time, and then I'll say the order, and you guys will have to be ready. And you have to start trying to bang out the order of that one as well. But Ashton Agar now once again going to be bowling 3 for 84. Very impressive. Oh, that one's turned and bounced as well. And that is going to be the single. And also, you put us in order, Hamish, says David the Mod. We'll try it in the second innings. Everyone will get prepared. We'll get we'll get in the mindset of a storyteller. I'm sure Ram Ranch will end up coming in as well. The Jordan Silk there. Like he's saying, it's kind of went weird off the surface. Drag down. That's a very nice shot there from Daniel Hughes to be able to get a single off a ball that didn't look like it was well set. And we should plan a story before we do it, I say. As I also, there's a cricket match being played, and also I'm definitely interested in the Kiwi Lads channel at rugby league commentary as well. Says Vishal, we have got a little bit of NRL planned for the future perhaps, although I don't know too many of the players, so I feel like that is one of my big problems. It's hit down the ground. I think it would get destroyed, like by the comment section, if I didn't know a lot about NRL and I did an NRL live stream. I feel like people would tell me to shush and possibly tell me to go and do something to myself that I cannot say on the live stream. And also, I say 1 David, 2 Jay, 3 Betty, 4 Seb, 5 James, and then all over again. Shall we try that? See how it goes for that one for the second innings. I'm going to start it. Could you be quiet, please? I have put my vases to bed, and they are trying to sleep. No. The vases, they can sleep when it's time to sleep. I would say this isn't the season for vases to sleep. They go into hibernation. That's going to be close to a stumping there. Bancroft likes it, and just say the numbers as well. And then says James Gordon. What do we got there? You need a Discord room for the story as well. I feel like we do need a new Discord server with just a story time, don't we? And we'll see how that story goes. They're going upstairs. Yes, they are. They're just going to be checking this one for the stumping there. So yeah, how it does go. But Jordan Silky could be on his way, and Dan Christian could be at the crease a little bit earlier on than he might have been expecting for that regard as well. Did the foot get down here? Ashnaga, he bowls. He bowls. He bowls. It's bowling. It's going there. Oh. I think he's in still. I think he's fine. Foot is grounded as a comment, and also get through that. As I says Jay Hayes there. Oh, sorry, says Betty Wagon to Jay Hayes. And there we go. But I believe this is going to be safe for Jordan Selke. He'll get to survive for a little bit longer. And the power surge, it is still not taken as of yet. Tries to get that one. Oh. This is relatively close here. And police dog sniff could be in the story as well. And there as well. Says Kiwi Gamer, and also we've got the I just won New Zealand rugby player name, as well as John Olomu as well. Of course, rugby union. So what John Olomu was known for. Sonny Bill Williams, probably rugby league. Not out is the call. I'm clapping that. I don't know why I'm clapping that. Jordan Silk, he's going to get to stick around at the crease for a little bit longer. I feel like that man deserves some time at the crease. The way that he does field, he's always right on the money with the way that he does field there. Jordan Silk. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We've got plenty more content coming here, Patty. We are also pushing the YouTube boundaries. I don't want any strikes on here, says Jay Hayes. That is true. What a quirky storyline we come up with. It still will be better than the ending of Game of Thrones. That's going to be good running. I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. I feel like you guys are going to be very disappointed in me. Haven't seen Lord of the Rings. Haven't seen The Hobbit. Haven't seen Game of Thrones. What other TV shows are there? Can't think of too many. I'm going to have lots of family members at boys. There's still there's going to be 7 of us or more than 10 as well. It's a large number, that is for sure. Well, of course, the high score that is coming up in a very short moment. For yourself, what else haven't I seen? I haven't seen too many of the DC or Marvel movies. Haven't watched. What else have we got? That's kind of like a film/movie franchise. Can't think of too many other ones as well. But at the moment, Australia, they are just showing the fact that they were 3-0 up at the start of the SCG test, and it stays there. I haven't seen it either. Just heard from all the of my mates who watched it that it had a disappointing ending as well in the SC Sebastian. Because there's quite a few seasons, isn't there? Is it 10 seasons or 8 seasons? I think it's one of the two, isn't it? Now, Andrew Ty is going to be ready to go. AJ Ty, as they call him, he is right on the ring. 30 yards out, and now steaming into the crease there for Andrew Ty. Slower ball, brilliantly bowled once again by Ty. He plays that slower ball out of the hands so effortlessly, as if it's going to be quick, and then it's not quick, and then the batsman just has no idea how to counter that as well. 7 or 8, I think, as well. Breaking Bad is good. I have never seen it. Breaking Bad, unfortunately. I should start watching things, shouldn't I? I feel like I don't watch enough things. TV shows, movies, and whatnot. I normally, like, if I finish a live stream, I just edit and then go to bed. That's going to be lofted-ish up in the air. The projected score at the moment is only having them at 127 here for themselves. When do they take the power surge? I just love the Big Bang Theory. I love watching Penny walking up those stairs as well. Says David the Mod. I've watched the Big Bang Theory. That is one that I have watched. Did enjoy it. Felt smart while watching it. Didn't know what they were saying half the time from the sciencey words. And you've watched the Big Bang Theory, and that's good enough for me. Says Sebastian. There we go. So I have earned the approval. So I actually want to rewatch it at some stage, I think, just to kind of get an update on what's happening. They haven't actually got any more seasons coming out, do they, for the Big Bang Theory? And also we have got there, this is a shocking score. It's not where they would have wanted to be. That is for sure. At the moment, the Perth Scorchers, they're very good at stopping a side from getting a whole heap of runs in that regard, and it is going to now be once again arriving in. Slower ball outside of the off stump, and he hasn't been able to get onto it once again there, Jordan Silk. At the moment, Silky sitting on 10 runs off 12 deliveries, and then also at the crease, going to be another man who's not really going up. But Andrew Ty here's the leading wicket taker in the competition. Peter Siddle and Kane Richardson just behind him on 16, and then Hayden Kerr and Tom Rogers both in there as well. This is a great score, another 150 underscore in this game as well. A player needs to get out or let Dan Christian in. Exactly right. Dan Christian, he's an exciting prospect. Well, then Will Winner as well. Says what a haul. At this stage, I would say that the Perth Scorchers is 62% likely to be able to win as well. And also we've got my cousin found boys as a friend, and I was like dating kids. My cousin found boys as a friend, and I was like dating kids that are 9 and younger than you, and she had a Ranger friend there. What's up, James? That's going to be 6 runs there. Nice shot, and also Will win. As I said, Rahul, the winner will win this one, and I think the winner will be the Perth Scorchers of this one as well. I'm still slightly confused about James' comment there as well. And also, well, a winner will win, or winner will win. Wise words as well. And there they will indeed. It's a nice shot there from Jordan Silk. Oh, sorry, it was actually not him. And also Ringer Freezes, which is similar to the colour of the Perth Scorchers as well. WTF, and they let Dan Christian come in. And they do certainly need him soon, definitely with the power surge. If he is out there for the power surge, he can help them regather this innings as well. But at the moment, that is 9 runs off the over of Andrew Ty, 14 for Nania off his first 2 overs, sitting on 18 wickets, like we mentioned just before, with Richardson and also Siddle just behind him as well. It looks like they got quite a nice crowd there, as Con and the chat says Rahul there. But do let me know, mate, how many runs do you think Dan Christian will get when he makes his way to the crease? Rahul, do let me know. Ringer means red hair people as well, says James Gordon. I do know that. I have come across a few. As I went to watch Field of Dreams at the pitches when I was young. Has anyone ever seen it? If not, please do. Is it like a horror or is it like a decent one? Because I know that horror movies, like, I'm not good with jump scares, which is why I'm hesitant to play a couple of games that I bought 2 Halloweens ago. My 189 isn't good. As well as this Paddy Wagon, that is all right. Because at the end of the day, you still got a chance in the second innings. And it seems like that's the thing. We're an exclusive club at the moment. 28th of January is BBL final as well, whose teams are fight for playoff place right now as well. For sure. So at the moment, Sydney Sixers, Perth Scorchers, Sydney Thunder, Hobart Hurricanes, and then Brisbane Heat are sitting on the verge. They are sitting in 5th, but there is a team just behind them, and I believe that team's name is either the Melbourne Renegades or the Adelaide Strikers. The Melbourne Stars, they are going to be struggling definitely with the players that they have got out at the moment. If you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams as well. If you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams. I think Jay might have seen it. I quite like movies. I feel like you guys can tell that live stream with the Ashes, the final few moments just absolutely sucked the wind out of my sails as well. Like, I'm really liking this game as well. Good movie as well, says Jay. They almost chopped it on. Like, that's the thing. I really like this game at the moment, but my brain keeps on getting distracted very easily. It stars Kevin Costner as well. It's a softball fantasy film. So says David the Mod. Okay. Power play at the moment. A little attack yawn. Sorry, baseball as well in there. Why is it called softball? Because it's not a softball. It's quite a hard one. Like baseball, I understand because it's like your bases. You got first base, second base, third base, and then home. Why is it softball? Is it a softer ball? Nice shot. It is going to be nicely worked away. We have got their wicket incoming, of course, but the yawn comes great responsibility for myself. And normally if I yawn, there is a wicket. Hi as well in the chat from Waj. Welcome in. So yeah, there will win. As I says Rahul, I think that the Perth Scorchers have got a very good chance. Softball is softer and underarm as well. Okay, soft ball. Good. What's another sport that's got a weird name? Well, it's not really weird, is it? What's that one called that like they all attack each other? I can't think of it. It's one that they play, and I believe it's India, and they end up playing it how it's pretty much you got to try and touch a line and then make your way back without getting tackled by the other members. Wicket coming. I told you. If I end up yawning, I end up giving away the wicket there. And baseball, a harder ball and pitched overarm as well. And he says JAs, and you need sleeping as well, says Wahaj. I don't think it's so much it's being tired. I think it's just being pretty much just like from talking so much. Will winner as well, says what a hole there. It will indeed be the winner at the moment. And okay, you got to stop yawning. This is not I know, or else I'm going to have Sydney Sixers bowled out in no time. It's a hot dog eating comp as well, says David. Yeah, I guess that's an unfortunate enough name in that regard. But also we have got there, yes, will win. It's on a whole Perth will smash. Right at the moment, they're doing very nicely now. 63% chance that they do end up going on to win this one at camp. Me and my cousin and the bro climbed a mountain, and there was a farm there, and I stepped on cow shit. So we carried on, and the farmer chased us on the quad bike. Damn, we escaped. As I says, Mr. James Gordon, we've got an interesting video, and it's on George's farm, and we went hunting for turkeys, even though there's no turkeys on his farm, but it's pretty much Isaac steps in mud that's about this deep, and his whole shoe was just muddy. But feel free to ask 10 more times at a hole as on there, and you're looking beautiful as well. Says, well, I appreciate you, mate. Softball is played by ladies underarm, pickleball as well. Says Kingfish there, and also says how Mr. Man's name. Or how says Mr. Man, Mr. Outman's name, Gurav, I believe it is. If I'm not wrong, and also that's Kabadi there in the chat as well. And please subscribe, please share, please comment, please like as well. You heard the man. If you are new, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We got plenty more happening as well. And it's going to be very exciting to see how it does end up finishing for this game. It's got me curious. And this one as well, that's Kabadi. Is that the name of it? And yeah, pretty much they do end up almost, I guess it's a weird one to explain, but pretty much you got to try and touch a line, then go back without getting tackled by the whole other side. So what's the name of the game where all those crazy palms chase a cheese roll down a hill? I think it's just, I can't remember the name, but it's pretty much just downhill, just extreme running, isn't it? And David and Jay are the two openers in the order. Hopefully they won't choke like Hasib. Oh, that's given me an idea. That would be fun. Should we put us all in a Cricket 19 team and have it like as a Dream 11 type thing, but it's like players are the subscribers? So like a subscriber series of batting as well. Nice attack and run there. Christian gets himself off the mark, and that is going to be it. Well, I think Rahul Kumar is related to Mr. Outman. It's on there, it says Betty Wagon, but that is going to be the end of the over. Only I've offered for the first over of the power surge, and it's 104 for 4 here. Nicely done. At the moment, it is going to be Christian sitting there 2 off 2 for himself. Silk sitting on 13 off 15 as well there. And at the moment, everyone is going for the Sydney Sixers by the looks of it. It's considered more of a home game than them for the Perth Scorchers, I should say. Because Perth Scorchers, they haven't had a home game in a very long time, and they may not have a home game for the rest of the competition, but they've been going well. And cheese chasing is the name of it as well. And yeah. I was going to try and straighten out a Fanta can for some reason. It's probably very loud, so I'm going to put that back over there. And last night was a vibe as well. Roaming around, ding-dong, ditching, fishing. That was satisfying. So you didn't end up catching anything for the fishing side of it there, James. I feel like that's the thing. When you're catching fish, it's fun. If you're not catching fish, you go, this one just around the corner, and then you fish for 3 hours, and you still haven't caught one. That's going to be lobbed there by Dan Christian. Nice shot there out through cover, and it is going to be Just a single, well worked by the Perth Scorchers to have a man out there. Bancroft takes it behind the stumps. They actually need about 140 here, at least. Or else I don't even think it's going to be a fair contest. I think the Perth Scorchers will be able to Perth smash, as Jay would say. We'll have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case. But at the moment, 2 for 16. Where's Agar? Sorry, Ashton Agar, Amish bro. I was going to sleep now. I was going to sleep now for a few hours. Then I can join the game. Bye. And sorry for not now watch a game as well. No worries, mate. Be sure to get some sleep as well. You will need it because there's going to be a big day tomorrow cricket with the Bangladesh side taking on the Black Cats we have got there. We also caught a fish, but it took the bait as well. Or we almost caught the fish, but it took the bait. That's unfortunate when that happens. It's like when you're trying to fish in a river and you end up hooking like an old branch or something that's down below and you don't have any option other than to pretty much go, well, that one's gone, sadly. The lure, that is. Like, it's a shame when it's your favorite lure as well and it just disappears. Bad memories. Nice from Andrew Ty there. A good length delivery, and that is going to be just a single once again here, but they aren't really scoring a huge amount off the spell search. Dan Christian sitting 3 off 3, but he certainly has that power to be able to keep on propelling this innings forward. If he does need you, anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. We are going to try and hit, I guess, let's try and hit 35 likes by the end of this first innings. There are still a few more overs left, so if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Andrew Ty now, once again, steaming in slow ball. Dan Christian hits it nicely to the leg side, racing away, and that is going to be the 4 runs. Good strike of the ball there from Dan Christian. And that is a good one to have in the bag. Philippe fell in the water and floated away, says James Gordon. Yeah, that's not quite ideal, I guess you could say. There we go. You try and hang on to that bag of bait. I know that fishing in the sea, like, I never used to be one of those fellows who would touch the bag. None of us didn't want to get wet, as well, says James Gordon. That's probably fair enough. Did you try, like, catching it with a fishing rod and hooking it on as well? Well, good. I disappeared for a second there. I don't know what happened to my Wi-Fi, but I am back. Maybe. Are we back? I have a secret on how to always catch a fish. It's called the fish and chip shop. Hey, you don't need to fish for the fish. Get someone else to fish for the fish. I'm liking it. As well, you're guaranteed it. Unless, of course, they run out of fish. Then that's a bit of trouble. Nice shot once again for Jordan Silk, and that is racing away to the boundary. This is a very good over here. By the way, that is the end of the power surge. It is going to be 115 for 4 here with 3 overs left. 12 runs and over from here will get them 151 runs. 157 if they can push for 14 and over with the final 3 overs remaining. So another bro had the rod and won't fish for it as well. So he had the rod, and he didn't fish for the bait that would have caught you more fish. I'm an ideas man. You are indeed, Jay. Very good with your ideas. Was my idea any good about having like a subscriber Cricket 19 series, or do you think that would be a bit bad, Jay, since you are the ideas man? There we go, to know a fish man and get fresh fish, or know a fish man and get fresh fish. What does a fish emoji look like? I'm gonna have a look. Search something. Search emoji. Fish. Yeah, we'll put a couple fish emojis in. There we go. Look at that. We'll put a few fishing emojis. And that's going down the leg side. Dan Christian tries to cut down the spin and also trying to smack that one. Didn't quite get onto it though. And Ashton Agar at the moment, he is bowling extremely well. 3 overs, 2 for 16 so far. I like your idea. Says that JA's there. Not quite played well, unfortunately. Ashton Agar now drags it down. There's going to be a nice shot from Dan Christian, racing close to the boundary, but in the deep there, Patterson does cut it off, and it is just going to be kept to the 1 for them as well. But currently, I would say Silk, 18 off 18, needs to keep on propelling. I go fishing a bit. There's something more frustrating than a fish teasing the hook, but not having a solid bite on it as well. Exactly right. I don't know whether or not I have ever actually caught a fish properly for myself. I feel like it's always my dad hooks the fish. He's like, oh, you reel this in, and then I reel it in. And then it's like, I feel like I've caught the fish, but I haven't caught the fish, It's one of those hurtful ones. I had it, but I didn't have it. At the same time, I'm going to unplug my USB for a moment here. Hopefully. Nicely played once again. We'll unplug this one. Camera has not disappeared, which is good news. I think I've got a picture of me holding a fish because, of course, why wouldn't I? I'm going to go find it. in the overs break. And I am going to show you guys because I trust you enough. You seem like decent enough blokes. That's going to be going down to the 4 once again there for themselves and doing very nicely. And also, we also popped some Manus at Camp 2. What a Manus or Manus? What is Manus? Is that like hummus except for men? Manus? Or Labuschagne. I was thinking of Manus Labuschagne straight away. It's a good shot from Dan Christian sitting there on 13. Just trying to propel the innings forward. They take on the single. He does get there nicely there for Dan Christian. And he will have to strike now for the next over. 7 off that over of Agar. 2 for 23. In the end, Agar was able to finish with what was a very impressive one indeed for himself. Currently, Christian sitting on 14 off 10. Silk 19 off 19. He still needs to propel forward. I have caught many fish in my life. As well, says Betty Wagon there. Nice. Do you river fish, sea fish, Patty? What one of the two are you? Or maybe pond fish? I know that pond fishing is a thing as well. At the moment now, they have got some music playing at the ground. It is a bit funky. That is for sure. I might be considering doing a bit of the breaking down in a moment for the dancing that is not breaking down emotionally. But currently 18 overs down. 6.78 is the run rate that they have been going at. I don't believe that's going to be enough here. Otherwise, our Manus are diving bombs as well. Okay, on River/Sea as well. And there says Patty. I see. I'm not hip in that regard. So it's like kind of diving bombs type thing. So like a cannonball type thing, I assume. It's going to be Andrew Ty now charging. And it's been a bit expensive. How did that ball go to the keeper? Through the legs of Dan Christian, but he's still got a little bit on it. When it was going through as a Murray jumping trick, and it makes your splash go bigger than a house as well, says James Gordon there. And also, we've got another person in the chat as well. Let's put some random letters. Hello, mate. How's it going? As well. That's not a word, unfortunately, but it's working. Trout fishermen here are lake and streams as well. And there says David the Mod. Yeah, I think rainbow trout is probably the one thing that we probably fish for the most if I ever go fishing. Felt like Kiwi Lads Go Fishing would be an interesting video, wouldn't it? It's a dangerous video. We'd probably have to go sea fishing. That was close to a run out, but they do get back nicely for Dan Christian, the veteran of the BBL, just continuing to go. As our Paddy Wagon, he got him. David the Mod got him as well. And me too, caught a few fish like river, fishing in river, then ocean as well. And there's Kevin. I'm not sure if James is 8 years old, just a child as well. I think James is a nice enough guy. He's actually been around since right near the start of our live streams as well. I think he is. James, I'm going to try and guess the age, I think, because you mentioned that you were going to the high school next year. So are you 10, James, or are you closer to, I guess, 12 if you're going to high school rather than intermediate? So but now it is going to be Christian sitting there. 15 runs off 12 deliveries as well. Andrew Ty, he's been expensive so far, but they have just been bowling very nicely. Currently, the execution from these two men has been phenomenal. I went ice fishing with one of my father's mates who had been doing it a long time, drilled a hole in the ice like a master, and it was a productive session as well. 8 to 9 fish as well, if I remember correctly. What type of fish were they, Sebastian, in that regard? And also, that would be on the Black Sea as well, says David the Mod there. It's going to be the end almost of another over. Dan Christian having to run hard here between the wickets. He's looking tired, but there are still 2 balls left of this over, and then they have still got another 6 remaining in this matchup. Nicely done. Quick one, almost a run out. But Jordan Silk just pushing Dan Christian to the limit there. Currently now, Christian sitting on 17 of 13 deliveries now. It's looking like he is going to be all kinds of fired up now as well. Dan Christian in the slot, strikes it well, strikes it over the outfield, and it is going to be pulling up short in the end. It is fielded by Hardie, who does throw it back in, and they will get another 2 runs between the wickets. I mean, they're going towards a decent-ish total. 140, I don't think it's going to be enough. I did overestimate this pitch, though. I said 175. It seems like spin is the way to go on this surface, though, the way that it hasn't quite been coming onto the bat. So that means for the Sixers, Stephen O'Keefe would have been ideal for them. They haven't got Stephen O'Keefe. They got Shadab Khan, who will be enjoying himself, and also maybe Todd Murphy as a spinner, if I'm not wrong there. I also know, David, it was a lake here in Transylvania. As most of them were calves, that's going to be a nice shot there. And 6 more runs for Jordan Silk. Oh, sorry, it was actually Dan Christian smacking that one over the boundary rope for 6. This is a no ball. They're going to be checking this one. This could be a massive game-changing moment here. for them as well. It's a no ball and a free hit there to Dan Christian. That moves them up onto 135. They've got a ball to come now. This is going to be a big over here, depending on whereabouts AJ Ty puts this delivery. Dan Christian, he will be excited to get another one possibly over the boundary. 25 off 15 deliveries now. He is sitting on Dan Christian. This is a big moment in the game because all of a sudden 135 is more defendable. 37% chance that the Sydney Sixers do get it. It was above the hip as well, they have said. So that is Dan Christian. Did end up hitting it 6 as well. Nice shot from Dan Christian there. They actually need a new ball by the looks of it here. That one's gone missing. I got a ball. I don't know where it's gone. I thought I had a ball. Oh, here it is. They just need this one, you know. And also we were there about the fact that it was in Transylvania. And also the Kiwi lads. Did you see that as well? And the Kiwi lads, did you see that? Says Robert. I did not see it. What am I looking at, Robert? There as well. Unless we are talking about maybe that one going over the roof. That one, what's the biggest fish you have caught, Amish? Probably like 5 pound, somewhere around there. Maybe 7 pound if I'm lucky. I think I've got a picture of me catching a fish. Or not catching one, but having one in my hand. I found it. That's a high ball in the sky there. Who's taking it? Taken nicely, and they are going to be able to get through. I think they just got the one off that one as well. Give Hamish the ball. Bowlers on. I remember sounding like a wimp to the guy the whole time, asking if he's sure that the ice is thick enough. Won't crack under our boots as well. And there also we've got the 13, and my height is 170 something. So you're almost as tall as me, James. There, Hamish would do good as well. I feel like I'm gonna give it a bit of a tweak on it. I feel like that's the thing. I'll probably try and bowl off spin and just get hit out of the ground multiple times in a row. I found a picture of me with a fish. Can I show this on live stream? I don't know whether I want to. How much do I trust you guys? That's a better question. And Scorchers to win by 22 balls and sent you a deal on Instagram as well. A deal? Oh, okay. Liking it. I'm liking it. Wait, a deal? Whereabouts is it, Robert? Sent you a deal on Instagram as well. Are you shouted as well? Says Betty Wagon there. Wait, how do I get the deal up? Here. Oh, I'll have to actually accept the request, won't I? One moment. We've got a deal coming in. It's like is it like the koala pick? It is a little bit. One request from there. Oh, I see the deal, Robert. Interesting choice there. Ramp shot there from Dan Christian. And that is going to be going away. I feel like I do need to see either a like goal or donation goal to show this picture of me with a fish, because it is. It's not a good one. As well, also we look at there. You can trust us. Are we good people, aren't we, as well? And Senators out, says James Gordon. I feel like some of you are good people. And also, I mean, you can't really back away now, as well, says Sebastian. Halftime break. We'll see what we're sitting on for likes. It's a big fish, though. I don't remember that fish being that big, but I assume that's because I'm small as well. And now at the moment, Dan Christian sitting on 30 runs of 17 deliveries. He's tried to strike that one nicely. Doesn't quite get it. And that is going to be a nice dot ball for Kelly. Currently, the timeline, there's been a 6 of the no ball, also a single, then a boundary, 2-2. Also something that has happened relatively recently in that regard. I'm just looking at the picture. I can just see the fish out of the corner of my eye. It's a big fish. It's got bigger eyeballs than me almost. I don't remember that fish. And also, was it Nemo? I hope not. I think it was some sort of trout. I think it's either sea run trout or rainbow trout there. But looks like to show the bloody picture image as well as to the mod. It'll be coming up as well. Well, for almost I have donated. I think you have to show it as well. Or for the amount I have donated, I think that is probably going to have to be fair, isn't it? That's going to be 4 runs. We'll show it in the halftime break because we will have about 5 minutes to fill in for that one. And that will be when I can close the scoreboard and get up the picture of said fish. I mean, you guys can also see the backyard cricket area that we used to do play, or we used to play the cricket in as well. Nicely done by Dan Chris, and he moves up to 34 off 19. You wonder if he was out there a little bit earlier. Mount Petty, David and I donated. We paid your weekly wages. You literally do pay my wages, you guys. So I think it is fair as well that I do show you a picture of me holding a fish. And also, you look at that, Hamish, are you going to get a girlfriend? Don't know. I have to order one online, I think. That's the easiest way of doing it. Also, is that a lake or pond? Is the lake or pond close to your home? So it is actually, there is a river about 20 minutes south, I believe, that we did go to as well. And this is where we caught ourselves the big old fishy. So we got that. That's the thing. That was back when the strawberry patch actually was a decent strawberry patch because the cat hadn't crushed it yet at that stage. But now just 2 balls left, 145 runs at the moment for the Sydney Sixers. Sitting decently for themselves here. Kelly going to be bowling the ball here. Slower ball. Good shot from Jordan Silk. Swatted away to the boundary. That's going to be the 4 runs. Well said, Robert. I just throw them out there. And there. Yeah, my weekly wages, they have been paid very nicely. The last little while there, it's a man with an alcoholic beverage who was having a good time in the crowd by the looks of it. I am going to need an alcoholic beverage to show this picture, but I'm going to have some water instead. Cheers. But yeah, pretty much, I haven't been fishing in a while, though. I would quite like to go fishing again at some stage, I think. Slower ball. And down the ground, Dan Christian, he knows that he's going to have to run hard here. He's going to be going for it as well. A direct hit would have him out. Oh, the ball missed their hands, and they get back for the 2, so they get 151 runs off their 20 over. So what we will quickly do is we will have a look at through all the predictions as well. What do we got? Everyone went quite high. 165 myself. It's actually close to the lowest. I'll take it. Right, so the points, it is going to be Layla, who did end up staying 160 under run. I know that that doesn't seem very specific, but I am going to allow it because 160 theoretically is what I will consider it. And the thing is, I'm only taking a point off myself as well. So I feel like that is going to be fine. So Layla, no, not Lulala. Layla, Bilkis, congratulations. You do get yourself 3 points on the table there. Second place is once again Kiwi lads. I'm doing all right. The good news is I'm always here. So it does help me get a few more points here. And then after that, we have got in third. It is going to be Sports Sedan. Sports Sedan. There we go. And that is going to be third place. So nicely done from everyone there. Who was able to get themselves the points as well. Oh, yeah, I got there back in the chat. Good job by Dan Christian as well. And also, who will win? Says the Mala. At this stage, it's made it a little bit closer, but I believe the Perth Scorchers will still be able to chase that down with that mustache. You should have all the ladies lined up. Don't know about that. But we're going to stop our screen sharing. We're going to go here. You ready, ladies and gentlemen? If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. You're about to see a picture of me holding a fish. It's a large fish. Scorchers to win with 22 balls left. That's a large fish, isn't it? I feel like I don't actually look that different other than the fact that I've managed to grow some form of facial hair as well. But it didn't look like a sleep back then either. As you can see, I've still got those underlines. And yep, says a paddy wagon there as well. But yeah, the background, this part here, that's actually the cricket pitch. It used to be a seat, but now we've got like proper wickets as well, and it'll be the cricket pitch up and down there as well. And there you go. That's a nice trout as well, says J.A.'s. It is a nice trout. Look at the size of the bad boy. Look at those eyes. It's a good size. It's actually like, it's bigger than I remember. That's a good size trout. Rainbow trout. I think it was either rainbow or sea run. Bloody hell, look how evil his face is as well. You mean that one? This little demon right there. Also, we have the Scorchers to win with 15 left. So, oh, that smile was nice. So, Hamish hasn't changed as well. Yeah, I swear that's just me now. Like, I could literally reenact that photo and still be relatively close to the same. There we go. That's enough looking at a fish for now. We will go back to the scoreboard for this game. Here we go. It's not up yet. One moment. I got to go like this. We go like this, and this as well. There we go. We're back to it as well. And yeah, that is the fish that I caught, or Dad caught, that I take credit for, because of course that's what a child does. Oh, geez, there's some bad photos here. No more for now, but maybe we slowly go through our kind of our slight camera roll eventually. Geez, I look like an evil child. I wonder if anyone took a photo as well. And they said, says James Gordon, probably. There'll be heaps of them. Probably they'll haunt me in years to come. I mean, you guys don't really need to take the photo because I've got the photo. As Owen goes to give that Zoo album, can't wait till for its official release on the Discord server, isn't it, lad? And because I've caught it's 33 centimeters, well, says Robert there. See, I feel like that one was maybe like 6 pounds, somewhere around that mark. Somewhere around there, which I feel is a decent size for a trout as well. And that just makes me want to kind of go fishing again as well. Don't know whether or not we go fishing with the boys in that regard. I don't know how George would go as well. That was a respectable pick. The koala one was sus, though. Here's me touching a koala. That's a healthy hen. It's a nice colour 4-pounder. As well says David, yeah, it might not have been 7. Maybe I'm thinking too many pounds as well. Maybe 5 pounds, 4 pounds, somewhere around that. It's a decent size. I think because I was smaller as well, it did make it look bigger because of the fact that I was such a young child at that point in time. Also, what trick do you not age to do not to age change as well? I don't think I have any trick. Just don't sleep, I guess. And so on. Tamaroli took a photo when he zoomed in his house. It's Petty Wagon, probably, unfortunately. But you know, it's out there now. That's the thing. I've got so many weird, like, or not really weird, just kind of interesting videos. I just thought of another one. I'm not showing it though. Maybe one day I'll show you my sumo wrestling suit trick shot that I did off a miniature trampoline. Yeah, if you thought I was weird already, you ain't seen nothing yet. As well, that is going to be Dan Christian, who really changed the innings around for the Sydney Sixers, and now they've got a little bit more of a chance of being able to win this one. 26 off 22 balls, 33 off 20 for Dan Christian. That was Jordan Silk who had the 26. Everyone kind of got relatively set other than Jack Edwards. And I was like, oh, yes, you have to as well. And then there's Paddy Wagon there. Yeah, maybe we do a video reacting to old random videos that we've got. You catch that with a fly. I think it was with just a lure. One of the little ones that look like a little miniature fish. I can't really think of. I know that it was maybe a rainbow-colored little lure, as well, if I'm not wrong. That's going to be plum, and that was the one from earlier on as well. But now, be sure to get those predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if I have a photo of my dad's side doing that stuff as well. Hopefully not. That could be incriminating evidence, I guess, James, in that regard. But everyone get those predictions and how many balls left for the Perth Scorchers to be able to chase this one down, and just think of all them photos. Just think all them photos are memories. They are indeed. Cheer, bros. Says Aaron Spencer. Welcome in the live stream. I hope you are doing well. Be sure to get in your prediction. The Sydney Sixers getting 151 runs. How many runs will the Perth Scorchers get for themselves on the surface? I'm going to say, I think they chase it down with 10 balls. 10 balls left. That seems like probably waiting too long in terms of how quickly they will be able to get the runs, but I'll go 10 balls. 10 balls seems all right. Is anyone brave enough to back the Sydney Sixers to win this game? 3 points on the line if anyone wants it. Does anyone want it? That's a big question. If no one takes it, I might be considering switching as well, just before we get back out there. But at the moment, the Perth Scorchers versus the Sydney Sixers, the two sides who are top of the table at the moment. Yes, Shadab Khan, like they're saying, he's going to be one of the X Factor players here for them. They are missing, it is Sean Abbott missing. They are also missing a couple of their other players that they would normally have as well. I feel like this is dangerous, me having a ball in my hand as well. So anyone who hasn't already, be sure to vote, or not vote. Be sure to guess how many runs or how many balls left there will be that we think will be on the board. And mean prediction, bro, as well. And there's Aaron Spencer there in the chat. Cheers, geeks. What are you saying for your prediction, mate? Are you going with maybe a high scoring one? Or what are we saying for that regard? I think I want to change mine, saying the Sydney Sixers as well. I swear for a second when I saw David the Mob up there, I thought, oh no, he's screenshotted something, hasn't he? But luckily not. It was just a prediction, or sorry, a movie as well. How did your parents meet as well? Says James. I think it was through originally school and then probably going to the pub or something along those lines, like kind of just talking and whatnot. Nothing too crazy, I don't think. I haven't actually really asked the full story, but I know that they went to the same school. They're 2 years separate in terms of their age, and I think they started dating when they were late teens, maybe early 20s as well. I'll be a fast-paced bowler. I can spin one way also as well. And there says Paddy Wagon there. At the moment, you know what? I am going to take the risk. I'm going to take the risk. Or do I? I feel like the 3 points are nice and all, but we haven't had too many predictions so far. So I feel like, is it worth cracking on for it as well? Have we got a prediction? I don't think we got a prediction from Sebastian or Jay at this stage. I don't think so. Be sure to get those predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. And who got the points, Hamish? That last one, it was Layla, then it was myself, and then it was Sports Sedan. Was able to get in third place, and also we got their Thunder win, as I says Hamish Spencer. It's a good prediction. I remember that one that we gave the guy the point, even though he said the wrong team. But it seemed like an honourable shout for him to get an extra as well. Scroll up. I put mine in as well. Where is it, Jay? You sure, Jay? How long ago did you put it in, Jay? See, I'm looking through and I am not seeing it. I see you give Hamish the ball. I see touching the koala. That's about all. And also see there, Hamish got his ball out. Look out. I didn't read that one at the time. And so on also we've got there, scroll up. I put my 150 score, 51, a low score for Sydney Sixers. Also for the Sixers Scorchers should win easy. How many balls left do you think they will have? And also we've got their mean prediction, bro. I see Hamish Spencer and sorry, Jay. I would tip the Sixers for this one. The Scorchers won the first game at 139 runs for the Scorchers. And there's Sebastian. Okay. And my mum was best friends with my uncle from my dad's side. And then they met at my grand's house and went to church there as teenagers as well. And there. I don't know whether or not yours is there, Jay. I don't think it's there. Are you sure you put it in, Jay? Or are you teasing me? Are you teasing me? Maybe 4 overs left, says Aussie Mozzie. For how quickly I'll be able to get mean, bro. As well, says Hamish Spencer. Are you sleep deprived at the moment, Hamish? Do let me know. How are you feeling anyway? Because I know that you have had a couple rough days in a row. Are you feeling any better now than you did at the start? Do let me know. I'm going to slightly hunch down. As I said, can you tell Haim my prediction as well? That'll be good. Because, yeah, for some reason, it's just not coming through. I put it in 3 times. Are you sure? Nowhere to be seen. Weird. And also, Low Sport with Ned as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are excited for the next little moment. Also, Hamish, 145 runs for the Scorchers as well. This is David the Model. Oh, okay. So is that you going with that rather than you haven't had no sentences don't work. Don't work. As cheers, says you got what I had twice as well, says Betty Wagon there. And yeah, I do indeed. And I've also got Nov Mums there as well. Says Sebastian, if you can let me know what Jay's is, since I cannot see it for some reason there, and just close YouTube and come back in, Jay. As I says Betty Wagon there. And at the moment, we always got there. I am awarded as number 1. Which arena you chosen for this award? As on there says it was Layla in the chat. But yeah, be sure to get your prediction and how many runs do you think the Perth Scorchers will get? And if they do chase it down, how many balls left do you think they have? I cannot find it either, Jay, as well there. And that's what I did, says Betty Wagon. And I'll say, are you feeling good, bro? I'm feeling all right, Hamish. I'm feeling not too bad. Voice is starting to disappear a little bit, but I'm not too bad overall. I think overall I'm feeling all right. Feeling not too bad. I think I just said the same thing about 5 times in a row. So that should tell you something as well. At the moment, Paddy Wagon, he's managed to nail the 100% once again. You boys are just on it in a flash. Just boom for have some of that. Now at this stage, Cameron Bancroft is out there. I saw it as well. Says Hamish Spencer. Would you like to share with the class, Hamish, what it was? Seeing as I have not seen it just yet, unfortunately. Maybe it's limited to only people who are in a certain region of Australia, even though I don't think that would be the case, because or else Robert would have been able to see it, as I would think. But now the Sydney Sixers making their way out onto the field now. And also, I told you earlier, 160 under. Look, as I said later there. And David the Mighty has also timed out the fellow in the chat from earlier on. But at the moment, they do need to make sure they get off to a good start. The Scorchers, there's 59 squiggles at no match. There's 152 runs with 17 balls left as well, says Frank there. As predicting, there we go. And also, how are you, Hamish Spencer? Tell us how you feel, man. Express your current emotions. 20 balls. That is work there. 151. Wait, so you're saying it's going to be a super over? I don't think you can quite have that, Hamish Spencer. You got to give me a winner in that regard. So are they getting a draw? I guess. So I'd say if you're saying 151, you are saying that they aren't going to chase it down. I assume there. And at the moment, Saberki is going to be making his way out there. He is number 6 for this matchup as well. Am I too low here, or can I sit like this in a nice position? I changed to 13 now as well. Says it was there from Paddy Wagon. We will allow it. Right, we are ready to go here. Well, it looks like 151 still from Hamish Spencer. And Curtis Patterson, he is out there. And anytime that man is out there, there's going to be runs scored. There's going to be runs scored in a hurry as well. It's best of 78. He can certainly tear it up here. This game could be over before like 12-20 at this rate if they keep on going the way that they do. But 1,300 runs almost being brought up for Cameron Bancroft here. I have to wait and see how he does end up going now. At this stage, we have got there 5 balls left. Super overture, bro. 5 balls left. Super overture, bro. Okay. So 5. Okay. I'll try my best to work out what is going on for that one. Let's see how we go. Anyone else who hasn't already got the prediction, and be sure to get it in. It is about to be the first ball. As soon as we have the first ball, it is going to be disappearing. And in that regard as well. But now Curtis Patterson, he will be on strike for this first delivery of Jackson Bird. Very capable bowler in himself. He is going to be ready to go now. You okay, buddy, as well? And this is Paddy Wagon there. A little bit leg side-ish. Going to be wide straight away. So not the start to the match that they would have been after in that regard for that one. But at the moment, 151 runs off 120 balls at 7.55 runs per over. Patterson, he hasn't been able to get the bat on anything yet, but they've still got a run. So that is an ideal start to the match. D's Nuts as well from D's Nuts in the chat. I think Nightbot is watching me. I refreshed and scrolled up and it wasn't there. So it says JAs. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know why it wouldn't have put it in though. If you just said, was it balls? Was it like you're not allowed to use the word balls? It's going to be nicely worked by Patterson. Great work in the deep from Jack Edwards, though, to be able to save just the 1 run by the looks of it, and they do get back for the 3 runs. Well, as well. Oh, the subfielder, I think that's actually Mickey Edwards, sorry. Where's made his way out onto the field now. Just steam around chair as well. This is Hamish Spencer. Okay, that nicely done. I'm Nightbot as well in there. Is that you, Paddy? At the moment. Fielding is the 12 man. I think he actually ended up with about 3 catches, didn't it? D's Nuts knows his name. As on there says J. Hayes. D's Nuts knows his name. He does. He's done well. Jackson Bird now 4 runs off the first delivery. No, not me as well, says Paddy Wagon there. Oh. Jordan Silk here has a hamstring injury. So because of that, it does mean that he is not going to be out there in the field. And like they're saying, he is a crucial man when it comes to the field as well, because he normally saves a huge amount of runs for a side. And also, be right back. So that's his JAs. We will see you later on, mate. Currently now, Jackson Bird charging in into the league side. And Patterson once again gets another one. And Jay is fine. Twice now as well. And there says Paddy Wagon also 151 chased down with 13 balls left. Cheer, bro. As well. And there says Hamish Spencer. I will allow it. This is a shocking total as well. And I was like, what the? It's all in there. But now we will go like this. And we will go like this as well. So unfortunately, just a little bit of a problem with the hamstring there for Jordan Silk, which is why he is not going to be out on the field. 6 runs already coming for the Perth Scorchers inside of the power play. No run there for Bancroft. He's really been struggling to keep himself ticking over there, Cameron Bancroft. The way that he has been playing recently, there's been a lot left to be desired for Bancroft. I'll say that much. Currently, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, bro, as well. And there says Amish Spencer, but we are going to be live tomorrow for the Black Caps taking on Bangladesh. Will be a very exciting one. It is going to be starting at about 11 a.m., so it's going to be a relatively early start for ourselves there. But we will be up, we will be raring to go, and we are going to be very, 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 very excited. And also, people must like my prediction as well. And there's Paddy Wagon. So, yeah, I feel like you must be on the right track there, Paddy. People are going with the exact same as yourself, but nonetheless, it's going to be exciting. We're sitting on 35 likes. That was actually the goal that we were trying to go for, so I'm happy to see that we have been able to do so there. Bancroft, he just steps way to leg, tries to hit that one super over as well. And there's Hamish Spencer. I mean, we haven't had a super over yet, so I mean, it's good a time as any to have one here for this game. 146 runs of 115 balls, 7.62 runs per over. Those last couple overs really helped them out. Bancroft goes in the air, does just lob the field there. And Jack Edwards, be able to field that one. It's looking pretty slippery in the outfield. The All Blacks winning as well, says RD's nuts there. They are indeed. They're doing all right, although they're on a 2-match losing streak, so not really. Bit rough from them lately. But, you know, it's going to get better, hopefully. And, yeah, bro, as well, says Hamish Spencer. And also Hamish, at the beginning of the 2021 baseball season, the Yankees and the White Sox reenacted a scene from the Field of Dreams movie at the actual field with Costner as well. And there says David the Mod, I feel like I need to watch this movie, don't I? Is it on Netflix? What's it called? Field of Dreams. I'm going to have a look here. Netflix. Who's watching? It is me. It is Field of the Natural Replacements. No, I don't think we got it on Netflix in New Zealand anyway. I could try the USA version eventually because I do have a VPN, so I could see whether or not that works for myself. But at the moment, Bancroft 2 runs of 4 deliveries. Just needs to keep that one ticking over once again, just feeling for it outside of the off stump. At the moment, they are just talking to Josh Philippe, saying that he did feel good early on, but then it just ended up going a little bit downhill for him. And then, see you, bro, have a good sleep, mate. Be sure to get plenty of Z's, and we might see you tomorrow, depending on whether or not you are sleeping during that time as well. But currently now, they are just having a bit of a chat on the sideline. All Blacks are doing so good. Are they 349 for 1? I don't know how many tries or stuff they got as well. And there, that is going to be nicely worked away to the lead side. Once again, just a single for Bancroft. He's sitting on 3 runs off 6 deliveries. That's a good start here for Hayden Kerr. Uh-oh. The yawns are starting again. They seem to be sticking around today. I've noticed. I think it's because I've made this light a little bit higher. And I do kind of need that face in there so that it is going to be bright enough as well. And see Hamish cheer as well. And there says D's nuts. At this stage, Patterson, he is also going to be out there. Wicket as well, says Paddy Wagon there. Of course, with the yawn, normally comes a wicket. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not that trend does continue in this situation. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who will be the man who loses his wicket? Will it be Patterson or will it be Bancroft? I'm backing Bancroft to lose his wicket first. Because, I mean, Patterson's very good, but then he does also lose his wicket relatively early. Also, we've got to see him, Mr. Churbro, as on there says Paddy Wagon. Mo now, Hayden Kerr once again steaming in. Only the 1 run so far off the first 3 deliveries. Just trying to put it outside of the off stump. No, that's gone leg side. That's going to be nicely done by Hayden Kerr once again. Just the dot ball. So we have got there. I think a run will defend as well. And this is Layla there. A chat for Hamish Spencer. Also, you think they will be able to defend the total there for that one, Layla? Currently 57% for the Perth Scorchers. 43% chance that the Sydney Sixers, I almost mentioned Sydney Strikers accidentally there. Shot from Patterson. Strikes that one beautifully. 4 runs out mid-wicket way. And Patterson now moves himself up to 8 runs off 5 deliveries as well. Always an aggressive batsman, always striking the ball hard. And that is why he has got one of those styles that it's normally either boundary or out for Curtis Patterson. He'll just keep on swinging and swinging. Scorchers to win as well. Says Arton there. In the chat, how many balls left do you think they will have? Arton, do let me know. And Yawny Yowza or Yawnza as well. It's still happening. I don't want to keep yawning, but it seems to be happening at the moment. Nice shot down the ground. Beautifully played from Patterson. This is going to be at least 2 runs. They do pick up the 2 to close out the over now. That is going to be 14 for none of the first 2 overs. And also, I think you need sleep now, as got him as well, says Patty. Anytime that the word is mentioned in the chat, it does end up making them come around the corner. But we will be sleeping tonight, and then we will be rearing to go for the matchup that we have got tomorrow, which is going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen, because it is going to be Bangladesh versus New Zealand day 2. We will have my mum for one of the afternoon sessions, I believe, as well. I can get much better than that. That is for sure, but be sure to stick around. We should get to see New Zealand batting, I believe. I also know he just needs to yawn it out. As I said, Pat, don't say yawn. Saying yawn is just a trap. I'm currently crying. Been to wash just now. I'm just stretching out again. I think I was very slouched throughout the earlier live stream. James Earl Jones starts that movie Amish's voice. Oh, he's the voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars movies. As well says David the Mod. So we'll have to check it out, I think. See how it goes for myself. I don't think I've watched too many sports movies in the past little while. I remember watching Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell, and at school they actually let us watch it because it was kind of teaching us about teamwork and whatnot as well. At the moment, 14 runs for the Scorchers off the first 2.1 overs. Bancroft now on strike. Dwarshus running in. Bancroft, he's tried to just smack that one away, but it is going mid-wicket way. Edwards filtering it in the deep. There was actually Jack Edwards out there at the moment. Mickey Edwards. Also, look at there. A unique rest browser says Lila. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. Once I do end up going to sleep, I'll be fine. Until then, because I keep on reading yawn in the chat. And it just ends up getting me every time. I don't know how it does it. Like, I don't know what the mind trick is behind that word. But it just works, I guess, in that regard. But at the moment now, the Sixers, they were sitting 0 for 12. Nicely worked off the pads there for Curtis Patterson. I believe Bancroft there said no run, but Curtis Patterson was saying that they were getting that. And yes, I'll see it out as well, says Betty Wagon there. I'm going to be running there, and it is just going to be the single Jack Edwards down in the deep. I feel like I've started yawning and now I can't stop. You know? It should be all good, though. Should be all right. The Scorchers, they are normally a side that can make their way to a total in a very big hurry. Sixers at this point in time, they were 0 for 19. So Scorchers, they are sitting 0 for 17 at the moment. But Patterson, he is sitting there 11 runs off 7. Taking over quite nicely. He is going to be once again on strike here. And he's going to go into his water to try and block the best word out. That's going to be up in the air, taken there by Dan Christian. Nicely taken. And that is going to be Patterson now gone from this one as well, making good ground backwards. That is going to be in there. So we have got there, Hamish, drink coffee. I think sleep will go away, as I said later, although I do need to get sleep after the live stream. I don't want to end up being up all night in that regard, because I have got a big day of live streaming tomorrow as well. So that is why straight after this live stream, I'm going to be straight out like a light. But that is going to be Dan Christian. He takes that one nicely, falls backwards, but does get the catch. And now the Scorchers, they are sitting 1 for 17 off 2.5, and they have already lost Curtis Patterson, which now means Laurie Evans more than likely will make his way to the crease. You'll be a little bit disappointed with that one, I would think. Nah, Yawn's like a lot. I like you a lot, and the adrenaline from the Ashes is worn off, and it brings you into an exhaustion mood. I feel like that is actually, like, weirdly enough the case, because, like, that match was just, like, completely just off the chain for the last, like, kind of 100 balls or so. And now I feel like this match, it's actually been a very good one so far, but I don't think, like, because I used up so much energy from that Ashes, it just doesn't feel like the same, like, feel, you know? I feel like it's still going to be a good match, though. This one could go down to the wire between these two sides. 135 runs of 103 balls is what they do require, Laurie Evans. Hello again, everyone. It's us, Dennis. Welcome into Livestream, mate. I hope you are doing well. The moment the Sixers, they were able to get themselves around that 151 runs. Perth Scorchers now trying to chase it down, but they have just lost their wicket of Patterson. That's in there, Bancroft. Bancroft's gone now too. And that is going to be the end of the over of Bender Walshers. He picks up Bancroft the ball after. And Hamish, my bet is on behalf of the Sixers. What's your prediction as well? Says Layla, I ended up saying that it would be the Perth Scorchers to end up winning this one with 10 balls left, but now I'm starting to regret it. Definitely if Bender Walshers is going to be bowling beautifully like this, just chops it on there for Bancroft. His luck is still not about for this one. Welcome in, Dennis, as well. Says Sebastian there. He ends up smacking it into his leg. 2 in a row there for Bender Walshers inside of the power play. And now the Sixers, they are back in the box seat. They now have a 69% chance of winning this game. And it is going to be Ashton Turner will be making his way out to the crease now to replace Bancroft. It's been a bit disappointing, Bancroft, so far this season. Unfortunately, just hasn't quite been able to find that momentum that he does need. And also the out there from Sebastian there as well. But Hasgaloo at the moment, he is coming back out to be with the side. He isn't going to be batting earlier. Told earlier run will defend as well. Says Lila there. And also hello again, Sebastian Grama. How are you today as well? Says Dennis there, but now it is going to be Evans and Dennis the Menace as well. Says Batty. I'm sure he's not a menace in that regard. I haven't actually seen that. Is that a movie as well, Dennis the Menace? Or is it just a book? I need to read more, I think, as well. Hamish, discipline yourself. Take a 10 to 15-minute break every 2.5 hours. Just put it on stream on hold. Get up, go rest up, have a coffee and talk to mum, whatever your body will thank you as well. And this is David the Mod. And yeah, I guess every time we get to kind of like that lunch break and whatnot, it seems to be like I'll just go out to the kitchen, have a chat, because I know that Dad was home for the tea break, I think it was, which was why I ended up going out to the kitchen and kind of having about a 5-minute breather and also just a little snack, you know, just something going on. At the moment, I feel like the BBL is always a bit of a marathon because it is about 3 hours and a half or so. Whereas rugby, you're normally 2 hours stint and then it's done. And same with Test match cricket, which is why the ODI will be very interesting as a film. And that's the name of the Dennis as a film. And that's the name of it, Dennis the Menace as well. As an England fan, I'm the best I've ever been since the series has started as well. It says Sebastian. And it is great to hear because I know that, like, that's the thing. It hasn't been easy over the past couple months, or even just the month for England as well. But they've been fighting hard. Why is Burger King sending me emails? I don't want a burger now. Maybe. I think. Wouldn't mind a barbecue bacon double cheeseburger, though. They don't take a run there. And Evans still yet to get off the mark. Still waiting. They still don't get the run. And at the moment now, 3 balls left off this power play. Josh Philippe just lying on the ground at the moment. He has got some ultra-thin pads he was saying about as well. See whether or not it does give him a little bit more manoeuvrability while he is out there keeping. At the moment, it will be a good question of who's going to be keeping for England. We do know that Joss Buttler, he's going back to England due to a fractured finger. So he's going to be missing. Johnny Bairstow has got a damaged thumb, but he is still staying in Australia and will be assessed later on in the week. And then the other one that is injured at the moment, Stokes with the side strain. They will be checking him out later on in the week as well, but he's not going home just as of yet. Yeah, no, it's not great celebrating a draw. We should definitely raise the standards, but it'll do for now as well. It's a good comeback, though, in regards of pretty much no one was saying that England were even going to be able to get close to being able to get a draw or anything along those lines. Like everyone was saying 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, but now, I mean, it could be 4-0, but it's not the 5-0. I also want to see England really fight in that last match for the day-night test. And they did show certain players such as the likes of Crawley. He showed that he can bat time. Bairstow looking decent. That was almost going to be an absolute screamer of a catch, but just misses the man. and Evans races away to the boundary. And also we've got there just playing Assassin's Creed Rogue. Oh, that's an oldie but a goodie, isn't it? If I'm not wrong, Assassin's Creed Rogue, Dennis, do you play all of the Assassin's Creed games? And if so, which one is the best one? Because I actually own quite a few of them. I've never played any of them, though. I end up buying them when they're on, like, super cheap sales and never play them. I feel like I do want to play one of them in the future, though. I've got, what ones have I got? All of them almost, other than the newest one, which is Valhalla, I believe. I'm not wrong. Other than that, though, I've got a majority. That's going to be a good run single there. Oh, nice work there from Shadab Khan there. But it is going to be safe, and that will be the end of the fourth over the power play. They are sitting 22 for 2, and the Sixers, they were 33 for none. Rogue is great, but the best ones are 2 and Black Flag. Black Flag is the pirate one, isn't it? I feel like that is the one that I really want to get into as well in the future. That's why I need a Let's Play channel, I think, just so that I can play a whole heap of random games, and like I can make an excuse to play those games. I'm the biggest Assassin's Creed fan you can find as well. I know it's all about the series, my favorite as well. Hey, Sebastian there. I mean, it would be an interesting conversation to have, definitely, because I know nothing about it other than the fact that one time when I was very young, I tried to play it. I ended up I had to be on a roof, and then I alerted them, and then I panicked, and then I closed the game, and I've never gone back. But that was when I was like right at the start of my like gaming experience. Oh, Shadab Khan there, nicely done there, but he was safe there by the looks of it. It's going to be fine as well. Yes, Sebastian Guruma. I finished Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It's on there, says Dennis there. And also we have got their Muppet Sniper is a good one. So it is a very good one. Also, Sniper Elite seems to be a decent game. Shadab Khan nicely bowled there. Well fielded there from Avendano. And good work in the outfield. And every run is going to be crucial, which is why they need to make sure that they cut off everything as soon as physically possible. 8.15 as the required runs per over here for this side to be able to go on and get the win. I did say that it would be over by about 12:20. I don't believe it will be. I think it is going to be probably more of a 12:30 finish and a nice early start in the morning at about 10:50. And Jay is the master of that game as well. He is indeed. He's very good at it. Just goes bang straight away. Oh, it's a big boo from the crowd. I'm not too sure what happened there. That's in the air from Turner trying to chase it down. It is going to be falling safe there. And Mickey Everett's not quite able to cut it off. And it will be, I guess, a bit of a disappointment while I'm not quite being able to get that wicket off the top edge as well. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Rogue on my Nintendo Switch as well. And Rogue is unique amongst the other ones as well. And that it's the only game where you play as a Templar, not an assassin. Sebastian, if you were going to explain Assassin's Creed to a rookie, what is a Templar? And what's the difference in that regard? I feel like Sebastian is face palming at the moment, but that's all right. I feel like I make you guys face palm all the time with my limited knowledge of certain things. But Shadab Khan at the moment, 4 runs off 3 balls. Sweep shot once again there, beautifully hit by Evans, and that is going to be racing away to the boundary there. And he has timed that one to perfection there, Laurie Evans. I believe a lot of the players have already gone back to England, sadly, from them as well. I'm getting used to the controller as well, says Dennis there. Yeah, because I guess it is a little bit different, isn't it, for the Nintendo Switch? I don't know whether or not I would ever be a Switch boy or whether I would, because I know that on the Xbox, if you pay an extra $30 or something, you can actually play your games on your kind of iPad or phone or something like that, I believe. Oh, yes, no. Almost the call, but he is going to be all right, and that will be almost the end of Shadab Khan's over. He's gone for 5 balls so far, 8 runs off it. They are just showing the Mexican crowd. It's a very nice atmosphere at the ground by the looks of it here. Oh, nice delivery from Shadab Khan. Nice and quick with that delivery, and that will be the end of the over. A Templar is a Teutonic Knight. Hey, David, if you were to, like, write it for a rookie, what would you say is Teutonic? What does Teutonic mean? I feel like I'm showing my lack of some words in my knowledge. I feel like Sebastian's going to give me, like, a real big kind of like sentence or real big novel about a Templar, and I feel like it's going to help me out a lot as well. And now you're going to have to explain, or now you're going to have to explain a Teutonic as well. Jay knows me too well. And I was like, lol as well there. Scorchers at the moment sitting top of the table. Thunder actually sitting in second with their Sixers. They are going to be taking on top of the table. And if they can win this game, the Sixers with the Bash boost point, they will get themselves right up pretty much on the same as the Sydney Thunder. Dan Christian here, he is going to be bowling for this one. Jordan Silk, I thought originally they did actually say Dan Christian was the man who was injured rather than being the other man, which it was there for Jordan Silk. And Dan Christian running in. Lead sidish, little bit of an edge on it. It's enough bat though. And that is going to be Turner getting a Kraut as well, says David the Mod. A Kraut. That's German, isn't it? German. Okay. Or it's a vegetable, I think. Or is that a cabbage? It's a German. Okay. So it's a soldier from one of the wars. I do see. And also German as well, says David the Mod. And the series is based around the fight between the Templar Order and Assassin's Brotherhood. Both strive for peace, but the Templars want to achieve it through enslavement. The Assassins through freedom. So I was just imagining, you spell the words, please. I have no idea what Teutonic is either. It's a Kraut. No, no. Bash boost, they need 33 runs off 28 deliveries. I need to play more games. That's sauerkraut as well. I thought so. It didn't seem right. They just had Kraut running there, and then they were like 1980s, and I was like, or 1908 or whatever it was. And Teutonic Knights are different from Templar Knights to Teutonic. Is the Black Cross Templar is the Red Cross. I'm going to need Assassin's Creed like really dumbed down for me. I'm realizing. I feel like I'll have to start from number one. How many games are there in the Assassin's Creed series, Sebastian? And I feel like you will be able to tell me pretty easily. I'm going to look up Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's the newest one, isn't it? Rather than Valhalla. Well, is Odyssey the newest one? Maybe not. No, it might not be. It's just Assassin's Creed. Shot there down the ground. And there's going to be piercing the gap nicely, racing around the boundary. Has been able to field it nicely. Hamilton or Hayden Kerr, I think it was, or Jackson Bird. My head hurts now as well. Geez, there's a lot of Assassin's Creed games. I don't even know where I would start in that regard as well. And Valhalla is the newest one. Thought so. Odyssey's the one with the Romans. And then also Origins is the one with the Egyptians. Unity is the one with pirates. Or olden days, the French Revolution or English Revolution, something like that. As you can tell, I'm very good at science and history. You know, Edwards once again in the deep field in that one. Moment the Sixers, they were sitting 0 for 46. Is Valhalla any good, Sebastian? Odyssey is ancient Greece. Origins is ancient Egypt as well. Where are the Romans located? Is that in Greece or is that Italy? Because the Romans, no, that's just Rome. Sorry. To forget that I just said that. Allow it. It is late. 11:30, please. My brain's not working. It's going to be nicely played once again, but well fielded. I believe that Shadab Khan once again. He's just flying around in the field, fielding extremely well. And now it looks like he is going to be having another over of his bowling as well. But currently, there's a lot of games of Assassin's Creed. I don't even know what the order would be in that regard, but I feel like you got to play them all to really experience it, don't you? Same with Hitman. That's why I bought the original Hitman games, because I want to see what it was like from the ground up. Romania as well. And this is JA's. It's a good point. It's a good point. Romania. You know, that's, of course, why it is called Romania. Because of the Romans. Hey, Sebastian. At the moment, 40 for 2 here for the Scorchers. They are 6 runs behind at the moment. 6 overs into this one. They still need quite a few more to get themselves a bash boost point. And also Manchester's, if I think something is wrong, that's all. And there's his damage sentence. So I would probably, if it is something bad, it would probably be best to give someone a ring. I wouldn't wait for it and be like, oh, I think it can wait till the morning. I would say if it is bad enough, like, be sure to ring someone now rather than like waiting. And I feel like, serious note, be sure to do that rather than just leaving it, because or else then you never know what would happen as well. Should have Khan, sorry, he tried the bounce of the slow ball as well there. Sweep shot, nice shot from Hardie. He's out. He's out. It's just a draw, mate. It's on there. Sebastian for the draw. That is going to be in the situation of now. Evans has gone 19 runs off 15 deliveries, 108 runs off 82 balls now that they are going to need. And Shadab Khan bowling very nicely, getting some good spin, some good revolutions on that one. And the big man in the deep, Jack Edwards, him and Mickey Edwards are both huge. As my head always hurts as well, says David. Is that because you are always drinking bourbon, David? Maybe. I feel like I like to share a barbecue with you lads. That kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it? I feel like that would be quite fun, having a Christmas barbecue, a Kiwi lads breakup as a kind of thing. Maybe having like a bit of golf, just having a local hit around the golf course with the Kiwi lads. Could be fun. Could be fun. See, interesting. See how it goes. So that is now going to be Shadab Khan once again, who is bowling the sixes. They didn't actually lose on Double David on YouTube live streams. I feel your pain, mate, as well. And there says Jay Hayes. Currently Hardie and Turner, they are the two at the crease. Ashton Agar, he is a game changer for them. He has not made his way. I cannot stop coughing as well. See, Hamish Spencer say, yeah, I would probably ring someone about it if you do need help, and not enough, maybe. It's a good point. Maybe not enough bourbon. Missing out on some of that extra buzz, as they say. Is that what they say? I don't really know what they say. I'm not very hip, with the lingo type thing. But Shadab Khan, he's looking very strong at the moment. There's quite a wee bit of a stoppage here. I'm not sure why. Both players are just standing out at the middle. Are they checking this one? Oh, whether or not they cross. It's better to go to the docks. Stop it. Attention seeker to the chat. Does the JAs? Yeah, I would give someone a ring if you have got some sort of thing going on there. Just checking here. Did the batsman cross? Nope. They did not. So it is still going to be Hardie, who does now have the next opportunity with the, I guess you could say, with the bat on strike. At the moment, 108 runs needed off 82 balls. This run chase is going to be a bit of a 50-50 one. As well, Shadab Khan is definitely a game changer here for the Sydney Sixers, but whether or not he can pick up a couple more wickets. Ramp shot there straight away. They have called for two straight away. Seems like they do want it. I don't think they're going to get back for it, though. And nicely done there, Turner. It's now going to be on strike. They have still got Ashton Agar here. It's the next option. Or actually, sorry, they've got Saberg as the next one, and then Ashton Agar. I don't think he should bat so low down the order. Cigar, I feel like he is a very good player. Oh, they actually have the release dates there on the Assassin's Creed game. So that's actually very useful. Great sweep shot. And that is racing away for the boundary. Okay, Hamish, give us a number. And we'll play the story game as well, says David. So how many people in the chat have we got who do want to try and go for the story game? Be sure to put a little me in the chat as well so that we do know the order. So I will put me first. Who else we got in the chat at the moment? Like they're saying, with the dew that is around, why would they have wanted to bat first for this one as well? Shadab Khan. Nicely played once again out through short cover. We have got there. I'm not playing the story game. I just want Perth to smash as well, says Jay Hayes. There you go. Jay is a man who knows what he wants. And he wants, although Jay, I will get you on a technicality. I said to put me in the chat. The second half of game is me. How did that miss? No run. They almost went for the run out there as well. But yeah, we always got the other thing that you have to play the Assassin's Creed games chronologically in order for the modern day story to make sense. As I said, Sebastian and me. And then there, as I said, Sebastian there. And David also has game in there, which is, of course, me written in there in the half. So I guess you go straight from the original Assassin's Creed, which is, and I guess 2008, is it? That'll be the first ever one. Somewhere around there. Me, as I said, David the Mod. Okay. I feel like at this stage it's just me, David, and Sebastian. At this point in time, isn't it? which seems like, we might need a few more people for it. Put Jay in anyway, as us at David the Mod in 2007. So what was the first game of Assassin's Creed in 2007? It wasn't the Director's Cut edition, I assume. Or it might be, actually, now that I think about it. It might have just been that the Director's Cut came out a little bit later on. Perhaps there. Now Todd Murphy. Bowling nicely. That was a quick delivery there from the spinner here. I haven't actually seen too much of him. I know that they have got themselves a few options. Todd Murphy, 2 matches, 0 wickets so far. He hasn't been able to take one in the BBL. We'll quickly watch this over from this youngster. He's got the glasses on. He looks like he is going to be giving this ball an almighty rip. That's gone straight up in the air, but it is going to be the top edge. Diving, no. Jackson Bird not able to get to it. And in the end, Todd Murphy, it does end up falling safe. And also, don't put me in. I will declare/retire his own thoughts on the New Zealand batting performance. Very strong for themselves in that one, Isaiah. And I am looking forward to seeing Devon Conway get a century tomorrow. 200 maybe for Latham. Could be on the cards as well. Jackson Bird, he just didn't commit to that one, unfortunately, there. Now Hardie on strike. Oh, was it nice? It gets some good pace on that ball. Nice little bit of whipping. Everyone's gone as says David. I think they are. We might have to do it on a different one where we have got a bit more spirit in the chat. Everyone's keen for it as well. I am quite keen to do some gaming live streams at some stage, though. I know that you did say about the ones of the bourbon was drink or the drunk. Is that going to be there? Good shot. 6 runs for Turner. I believe it was a 6 here. And it with a delta there as well. Like they said, it's definitely a 4. I think that's 6. It looks like 6. Edwards signals 4. I guess that is just a 4 then. As well, my brain wasn't working, or my eyes were tricking me. Hit down the ground there in the air. Looks like they're really trying to go after Murphy here, the youngster. See whether or not they can make him crack under the pressure. It is going to be Hardie now. Will be bowling. They also want to get themselves towards that bash boost point as well, of course, for them to be able to keep on working their way forward in this competition. The Perth Scorchers, I was on the phone earlier and seeing you yawn about 9 times as well, says Jay. There were quite a few yawns. They were coming up in there. Once again, struck nicely. Shadab Khan with some good fielding, and that will be the end of the first over. Murphy, 7 runs off it. And that is going to be 3 for 57 now for the Perth Scorchers. So they only need less than 100 runs now. 95 runs off 72 balls to be able to go on and get themselves a win here. I feel like Far Cry is another one I would like to go straight from start to finish as well. I have to wait till all the games are on special and get them super duper cheap so that I can get like the platinum or premium edition. Although, does the premium, tell you what, this is a question as well, ladies and gentlemen. Does the premium edition of a game feel too easy? The likes of when it gives you like extra like points and whatnot, and extra credits in a game, does it make it too easy for you? What's the bash boost target? They need 12 more runs or 12 more balls here to be able to get it. So they do need a total of 69 runs to be able to make their way towards that bash boost point. Because I know that the likes of Far Cry and whatnot, I think you can actually get a whole heap of extra stuff. Like I like it when it's like the extra maps and whatnot on like Hitman. Sometimes, it might make it a bit too easy if it unlocks everything for you. In that regard, but Turner, he's going to be on strike. DeWarshus, this is a hat trick ball. We haven't seen a hat trick so far in the BBL. Is this going to be one now for Ben DeWarshus over number 9 here? Hat trick. Ben DeWarshus, we're all clapping for him at the moment. Clap, clap, clap. DeWarshus running into bowl. Puts it on the stumps. And it is going to be played well by Turner to keep that one up. I think, you get the DLCs, but the main game still the same as well, says Sebastian there. And how is George doing? Will perhaps join for the final Ashes test stream. Hopefully. I haven't actually talked to George too often recently. And it's not so much as like, we just like haven't talked really, I guess. He's been working flat out with the hot days. And yeah, there's been a hat trick in the BBL as well. CJ8 this year, have they got a hat trick? Because I know that Rashid Khan and also Harris Ralph both got the same, or got a hat trick last year, I believe it was, or the year before, both men getting it in the same round of the BBL, but I'm not too sure about this year yet. I know that we've had a hat trick ball for Mohammed Hasnain to get extremely close for the hat trick, and then also Peter Siddle, I believe, has been on a hat trick ball as well. At the moment, DeWash just here sitting there, 2 wickets, 3 runs for himself. Has been going extremely well. Charging in ramp shot. There was one the other week. What's there? Who got the hat trick? One moment. I'm going to have to look this up. Do you remember the game or the team wasn't there as RCJAs? I know we had a hat-trick ball for Peter Siddle and a hat-trick ball for Muhammad Hasnain. And then he had the dot ball and then he got the wicket the next ball. But I'm not too sure whether or not that is the same one that you are talking about. I could have easily missed one. Do you know who was playing, Jay? Maybe. The moment now. Once again, it is going to be DeWarsh's on strike, or bowling, I should say, as well. Just before we get to the power play, or the power surge, I would say they take it earlier rather than later. And this one, nicely bowled once again by Ben DeWarsh's. At the moment, 8 off 8. Here's going into Sandhu from the Thunder, but it wasn't in the same over. Transfer to the, that was it. Sandhu, he did enough. They were confused, weren't they? Because of the fact that, like, the team didn't actually realize it at the time. Was that when they ended up getting a hat-trick up against the Scorchers? Actually, it might have been. I'm going to have a quick look at the scorecard here. Catch it. No, it's over the top, and it is going to be the 6 runs there. Once again, Ashton Turner, he's taken it nice. I can't remember, but I'm sure it was like 1 in the past 7 days. I think you are right there for Sandhu. Wasn't in that game, but it was for the Thunder, and he was able to get that kind of carry-over hat-trick one. Might have been up against the Strikers, in fact. Sandhu, nope, wasn't against the Strikers. Wasn't that one. Instead, I would say, was it the Renegades? It might have been the Renegades was very recently as well, so I don't think it was that one. It's in one of these games. The Strikers, it might have been the first Strikers game rather than the second. No, it was the second Strikers game rather than the first over there. But Ben DeWarsh is now final ball of his over, whipped to the leg side, and they're going to be taking on the single for that one. Where is he? Sanger, nope. Sandhu, no, it wasn't that one. But I do know the one that you're talking about. I just can't find it at this stage. But he did get the 2 and 1 over, then carried over, got the next one, and everyone was confused except for the ones on the sideline that kind of ended up celebrating big time for him. I'm going to sit back up straight because posture is important, ladies and gentlemen. Got to sit up straight. I've just got Assassin's Creed, all of the games. How many Far Cry games are there? Are there just 5? No, there's not just 5 because they've got Primal as well, don't they? Primal, New Dawn, Fortunes Edition. What is that? Blood Dragon? Is that any good? I don't know. Primal, whole heap of random stuff as well. 1 required off this over of Hayden Kerr for them to be able to get themselves the bash boost point now. Like they're saying, they were already taking them to 30, which is almost a win clear of the Sydney Thunder, who they were able to beat in their last match up together. And that was only a couple of days ago. It was all that one was taking place, but Hayden Kerr charging in, just wants the single, does get it as well. So that's going to be the bash boost point in favour of the Perth Scorchers. Now they've got to go on. They've got to try and win this game. The Sixers probably need this one as a must win to be able to be right up there alongside the Sydney Thunder. Always a very capable side at the moment. Neil Ashton Turner on a bit of a chat there with Hardie. I think they're saying maybe the bash boost. They might end up going for the power surge soon. A Blood Dragon is horrible. Ubisoft were giving it away for free at one stage. That should explain it as well. That's the thing. I feel like it's always like a series does so well, and then they always have one game that's just terrible, or many games that are terrible, I guess, which normally is surprising that they get away with a full series. I know that Rugby 22, that comes out soon. Apparently not great from what I've heard, but we will have to wait and see. Of course, they've got the All Blacks, they've got the Wallabies, so hopefully it will be worth the crack, and we will be doing a few videos on it as well, and that will be near the end of January when we have moved pretty much through all of the Big Bash, all of the cricket as well for the start of the year. All the Ashes, that will be gone. I don't want the Ashes to be over. I've been really enjoying it, and the sad thing is we've got to wait another 2 years before we do get to see it again, but luckily there's a Cricket World Cup coming up, so that is going to be nice enough for us to be able to watch. But now it is going to be once again charging in, tries to rock back onto the back foot there for Turner. They take on just the single. They decide against going for the 2. So far, very strong from Hayden Kerr. Not really giving away too many runs. He's gone for a runner ball, which is decent at this stage, as they do need 7.81 runs per over for the Sydney Sixers to be able To defend that, they need to go at a lot less than that, though. I was like, well, just check your poll as well. And this says, Jay, the poll, Sixers 70%. Everyone's backing them at this stage by the looks of it. So 70% for the Sydney Sixers compared to 30% for the Perth Scorchers. I can tell you at the moment the odds have it at 61% for the Scorchers, 39% for the Sydney Sixers. So we're pretty much reversed at that stage. But I guess when we saw Josh Philippe nailing it early on, it did seem like maybe they were going to be able to keep on flying. But at the moment, Ashton Agar there has got himself the bucket hat here. He's just looking over at the camera, wondering why they are looking at him. At the moment, they're showing in the dugout. They've got a few bucket hats, but it looks like I think that is what you got to wear if you are the next batsman to the crease, and that's going to be almost next batsman was almost making his way out there. At the moment, 81 runs of 61 required, so they have been able to get themselves the Bash Boost point. The power surge is just around the corner. I'll tell you what, we're going to do another little question in the chat. What is the best game you have ever played on a console? Do let me know. I feel like there's quite a few that get honorable mentions, of course, but tell you what, no, actually top 3 games that you've ever played. Which 3 are you going with? Whether it's nostalgia, whether it is because they just had out-of-the-world graphics or anything along those lines. That at the moment here, they will need 80 runs off 60 balls, 8 runs per over here as well for themselves, but 72 for 3 here after the 10. Bradbury is the one that Hardie actually chooses. He does get it normally decently well off the bat, I think. Hardie doesn't normally have to bat too long because they normally have Munro, Inglis, Marsh, and everyone else that they have still got a decent chance of it being able to kind of get a good partnership going as well. They're just showing a whole heap of food as well. I do like food. I feel like I'm going to end up, I would say I'll probably end up eating something after this live stream. I don't know what I'll have yet. I might have to cook something up, or I might just end up going to bed after a quick snack. I think those are the 2 options at the moment, but they are just showing there the 7s circuit. It is coming back very soon. Says Malaga, it returns for the 21st of January. We are going to be covering that on the channel as well. We have got plenty that is coming up in the near future for rugby, cricket, sports in general are all just around the corner as well. That should be a very exciting one indeed. But at this stage, anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well. They're showing here a tennis open ad with Novak Djokovic for the Australian Open. And I'd say Assassin's Creed, Batman Arkham series are both a legendary as well. And there is Batman Arkham. Is that on Xbox as well? It must be on Xbox. You're on Xbox, aren't you, Sebastian, now that I think about it? So I assume it's on Xbox. Do you have to have seen the movies to be able to understand it, Sebastian, for that Batman one? But they are just showing there 3 wickets down for 72 after the 10 overs here. They've been going all right. Bender Warshes, though, was on the hat trick. He was just tearing through that lineup for the side as well. And then Shadab Khan was able to get another wicket, and Edwards was the man who was able to take it in the deep for his side as well, out that deep mid-wicket boundary region. At the moment, they are just ahead the Perth Scorchers by a smidgen of about probably 3 or 4 runs, I would say. At this point in time, the Perth Scorchers, they are sitting on 72. The Sixers, they were sitting on 68. So very similar between those 2 sides. It looks like it is once again going to be Shadab Khan. Does have the ball in hand. Very good for Pakistan. No, Batman Arkham is its own story. The Arkham verse. So it's Sebastian. So there you go. Nice. See, I feel like I've got so much to learn for gaming wise. It's going to be a ramp shot, nicely played, and they will end up just getting the single. Shadab Khan not able to get any more than the 1 wicket so far in the competition. I don't think he's gotten a huge amount of wickets anyway for Shadab Khan, but now certainly got the potential. If he puts it in the right place, he could pick up a total of maybe 3 wickets here for himself. That's a good spot. It's going to be worked away to the leg side. A little bit of a misfield there from Mickey Edwards. But he has been able to get just enough on it. They get back for the 2 runs. And once again, Turner going to be on strike. He's sitting there on 34 runs off 20 deliveries. The captain of the Perth Scorchers. Reason he is captain, Mitch Marsh is gone. Other reason he is captain, I think Josh Inglis was also the captain at one stage. So Ashton Turner now, he is going to be in charge of his side. Plays that one nicely out through coverway. And there's going to be out to deep cover in Jackson Bird. 76 of 57 balls. They're still needing 8 and over. And what was your first Xbox game, Amish, as well? Says Kevin there. Oh, I know it was on my Xbox 360. Maybe, this sounds bad, but probably GTA 5. I guess maybe was my first game that I did play. Also, maybe one of the CODs as well. Maybe COD Ghosts might have been my first one. Maybe somewhere around there. But I think I had a few different games that I did play right at the start. I spent a lot of time on Grid 2 with Dad. We used to just see how many cars we could flip and knock onto the barrier. Because, of course, that's what you're supposed to do in a racing game. Rather than racing around the track, I guess you'd say. At the moment now, it is going to be 76 runs needed off 55. This is slowly increasing for the required run rate per over. Swog sweep there from Hardie. Hits it almost perfectly into the gap. Oh, he tries to field it. Not quite able to do, though. And that is going to be another 4 runs for the Perth Scorchers. He was chasing it around the boundary harder, I believe. Who is that? I believe... I'm not sure who that is. I think that looked like maybe Jack Edwards, if I'm not wrong. Just wasn't quite able to cut it off. Jay, another Brody just joined the server as well. And there says Sebastian, have you had a few problems with the Brody in the past? Possibly. Maybe. It's the thing, you normally get the very similar names, don't you? Of like people, and then like they think that because they've changed their name and joined the server again, you don't know that it's them. Even though it's obvious that it is them because they just talk in the exact same way as they did before. FIFA 80 at the moment here for the Perth Scorchers. We have got their Mario Kart on the Wii, Resident Evil on PS2, and that's about it. I was more into the old school arcade games, Wonder Boy and a Mario Brothers, stuff like that. So it says it was J. Hayes. I've actually got a very fun Mario sports game from more kind of recently. As I said, I bet it's the same one as well. And this is J. Hayes. And also, let's say that Brody is supposed to be in my mum's Facebook, not on Discord service. Nice. So I'm sure he will fire up. I remember that Muppet Brody as it's going to be an overthrow once again. They're just not quite finding the ball straight into Josh Phillippe's hands at the moment. I would say overall, like that's the thing. First game I can remember from PlayStation 2. Need for Speed Underground, I think, was one of the very first one. Also, the original SmackDown versus Raws for the WWE side of it. And also Lego Star Wars is another one that I do remember alongside a bit of SingStar. I was never good at it. You just had to mimic what pretty much note they were hitting, but you never used to say the words because it used to just go badly. At the moment, partnership is 39 runs on 30 balls here. Between these two men, the Sixers, they were actually 72 for 3. It's been a little bit of a slower build for the Sixers as well. There are some infamous names around here. One of them is Brody as well on there. And Brody was begging for the BKR Discord there, begging for the BKR Discord in the Ashes stream as well. Says J.A.'s. He's obviously found it, I guess. He has already just joined there. Close for the run out. Would have been a close one. They want the second. They do not get it though. 51 balls left here. This game is actually going to be going down to the wire, I believe. Couple wickets here could change this one, but the power surge might be able to break it open. Ashton Agar, he will be able to close out a game if he needs to, if he strikes the ball like he has been in past games of the BBL as well. But Avandano there. And the outfield, he's actually been very impressive with the way that he has been playing into the field and also got a decent amount of runs off the bat. So I'll give himself a little bit of confidence. Oh, jeez. Didn't quite get hold of that one. Dan Christian asking the question of whether or not that was out. It said not out there as well, but Turner still on strike, sitting on 38 runs off 24 deliveries. Just outside off the off stump, relatively close to the bat. Well, if he's found it, I will make sure he will unfind it as well, says Jay, with a sadistic smiley face as well. It seems like such a friendly one, but I assume it's not a friendly one there as well. It's probably more of a, I guess, one of those ones, you know. At the moment, run rate of just over 8 is required here for the Perth Scorchers. They're already sitting on 30 points. They're top of the table. Another win here would put them almost straight into the final, or at least one of the qualification games of the final anyway. Running the 2 runs. They have done it nicely. Josh Philippe would have filled that one. At the moment, The power surge, I would take it pretty much now. I think it's a good opportunity. They've got Turner at the crease. They've got Hardie as well. When the first exports came out, you were given 2 games, brute force and a car game. I've forgotten as well. And Brody, happy smashing Jay as well. And also we over there, come on Perth. And there says Jay Hayes as well. But yeah, I remember Driver San Francisco was one that I really enjoyed on Xbox 360 as well. That's the thing, a racing game, if you get the right racing game, you can spend hours and hours and hours just driving around the track. So I think I actually I got myself a racing wheel with flybys points a while ago. And I still haven't seen it back because it was broken. The brake pedal didn't work, so we sent it back away, and they haven't given it back. Car was also good on the PS as well. Or Cars also was good on the PS. I remember we used to have a Terminator game as well, which was a lot of fun. Not sure what happened to that one. Simpsons Hit and Run, oldie but a goodie. And the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I remember playing a little bit of Cat in the Hat. One that had Winnie the Pooh in it that I didn't play a lot. Of course, nothing will beat Mario Kart. It's the best racing game as well. And there says Xavier Brown, yeah, it was a very good one. And the right racing game is Forza Horizon for us. Xbox flags are marvelous as well with the 10 out of 10. Yeah, so I guess that's the thing. I don't think I've actually ever played the original kind of Mario Kart type thing. They are taking the power surge. Hey, they might be listening to me. So they've decided that now is the time to go for this one as well. But it is going to be Ashton Turner. Currently, he has got a pretty decent strike rate, 41 off 26. Going to be looking to hit this one hard. Bender Warshus will be the man who is bowling, and at the moment they are still 10 runs ahead of what the Scorchers, what the Sixers were at this very point in time. But the Turner over, yeah, if he gets more than 5, that is already better than what we saw in the first power surge over for the Sydney Sixers. And Bender Warshus, though, very talented bowler. Was on the hat-trick ball earlier on today. Just missed out slightly. Short ball outside the off stump. That's gone straight up in the air. These two need to call for it. Who wants it? It's being put down there by Daniel Hughes. He made the ground. He could have gotten it. Rainbow Road on Mario Kart was a killer. Oh, Mario Kart was a killer. I think I've played the newer Mario Kart on Nintendo Switch with my younger cousin. I think they did have it. And it was kind of the mini little controller things for the Nintendo Switch. Daniel Hughes there. He'll be disappointed. That was a huge wicket that they needed to get there to be able to take it a little bit deeper in this innings as well. Ramp shot there. Nicely played. Beautifully played, in fact. And that is going to be 4 runs there for Turner. And they will regret dropping him because he is now working his way closer and closer towards that 50. Sitting there, 47 off 28 deliveries. The Wash is under pressure here. This could be a game changer. And Wii was awesome as well. Indeed. Wii Sports FIFA World Cup 2010. I remember playing that for many hours on the Wii. That's why we used to be Spain and we used to see whether or not we could get ourselves completely red carded off the field. You could only get 5, we learned. And it did create some gaps out there, I guess you could say. And also, what else? Wii Fit Plus. Did you have a Wii Fit Plus, Jay? Hey, you used to be able to just walk pretty much. I might do a marathon one day on Wii Fit Plus. See how it goes. Going to be called as a wide there as well, but the pressure is building up here on a Bender Wash. There's currently only 12 difference between the runs required and the balls that they do have left. But my favorite video game of all time is Wii Sport. Nothing beats that as well, says Xavier Brown. Yeah, Wii Sport. What was the one that you did like the best? Was it baseball, bowling, tennis, boxing, or baseball? Xavier, do let me know. The fact that I can read all or kind of write off all those ones is into the deep, and it's another 4 runs there, and had all the Wii stuff, mate. It's on there. I remember we used to have like a rifle that you could put the gun in. Baseball was the best as well, says Xavier Brown. A bit of golf as well was the other one that I think I didn't say. There was that SpongeBob surfing game for Xbox Connect, something like that. So says Sebastian, I actually really want an Xbox Connect. I don't have one at this stage, but I kind of want to be able to get one, but I don't think they sell them anymore. So we'll have to try and find one maybe secondhand. It would be an interesting concept to have it as well. But Ashton Turner, 50 runs, 51 off 29 deliveries. Nicely done there for Ashton Turner. Once again, plays that one nicely, and it is going to be the single to Washers. He's been expensive so far. This over 7th BBL career 50 in 95 matches. So Just Dance was all right when I was younger as well. And then says Xavier Brown, I remember our neighbour had Just Dance. and I could never quite get the rhythm going, which is weird because I probably don't have terrible rhythm now, but for some reason back in the day, I just couldn't quite work out why it could see me. Shot. Well fielded, though, in the deep, and that is going to be nicely done. They do get back for the 2 runs as well. This has been a very expensive over from Ben Waters, and he was camping under, he's surfing under the sea. Just imagine the concept as well, says Sebastian there. I remember the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game was awesome. Like in terms of you could play it for hours and hours and hours and still not complete it. Same with Simpsons Hit and Run. I think we gave our Simpsons Hit and Run to someone else, but I want it back because I do want to play that game again because it is a lot of fun. Is it on Steam? It wouldn't be on Steam, would it? I'm going to have a look on Steam to see if they've got Simpsons Hit and Run. No, they don't have it. So what about a SpongeBob game? Battle for Bikini Bottom. Okay, they've got that one. So I watch lady streamers do the Just Dance dances as well, says Sebastian there. Fair enough. I mean, whoa, you got to play Rehydrated soundtrack. You have to pay $7 to listen to the soundtrack. I'm not doing that. Also, Xbox was just revolutionary. It made all those old Sega games redundant as well. And all this happened around the time that Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter films a great time as well. Yeah, because I mean, I remember playing Sonic on the Sega, and also there was a Western shooting game that we did have as well. And also Sebia Naughty Boy as well there. Says Jay Hayes. Is that actually a thing? Because I know that these hot tub streamers, I feel like they were a big craze about a year ago. I don't know whether or not they still are. You look like Bender Washers as well, says Arish. I'll take it. I'll take it. Not the worst player to be compared to in the world, I don't think. I've had, who else have I had in the comparison? I've also had, not James Lowe. Who's the cricketer? Rory Burns. I've had Rory Burns, except without the mustache. I watch with my eyes closed. I just enjoy the songs and that as well. That's fair enough. There's some catchy songs on Just Dance. Obviously, you know. I don't know any of the songs off by heart. I don't know any of the ones that are actually in there. But I know that the moment they're playing Sweet Caroline at the ground, and the crowd seem to absolutely love the song, no matter the ground that you're at. It's actually quite a good atmosphere, to be fair, at this ground. 49 off 41 here. Power player has been expensive. They need to get Ashton Turner out. That's not getting him out, though. That's giving him 4 more runs. So he just hit it straight down the ground and all the way for the 4 runs. 45 runs off 40 balls now here for the Perth Scorchers. There is no hurry, but Turner seems like he is going at a brilliant strike rate, trying to get himself maybe towards that 100 runs. They need every single run that is left here. Just turning it straight over the outfield, down the ground, cover. Hayden Kerr not happy with that one. He just can't quite find the length, but who can do Ashton Turner? This man is ramping. He is pull shotting. He is cutting. He is covering. He is mid-wicketing. He's down the grounding. Those are none of the correct terms. They're the positions adding ing on the end as well. But now Hayden Kerr. Oh, he's tried to absolutely smoke that one, Turner. That is going to be the single at the moment. Hardie sitting on 14 runs off 15 deliveries. He is the man that you do need on strike for the later stages of this one. At the moment, 44 needed. Off 39 balls we have, look at that. Perth would be spewing if they can't play at home. So would their fans as well. They would be spewing that they can't play at home. Exactly right. Like, that's the thing. Like, with them, like, they're going to get a home final, but it's going to be an away final. Oh, good running between the wickets there. But yeah, it is a home final, but it's an away from home final. So whoever they play, I hope they go on neutral ground in that regard. If you could take anyone for one day, who would it be, Hamish, as well, says Kevin? It's a good question. It's a very good question. Why is it only one day? Do we break up or do we just end up? Do I wake up possibly in that regard? I feel like it's a very good question, though. One day, that's not very long as well. Very good question. I know who David's would be, if I'm not wrong, David. Maybe someone who used to play a little bit of tennis. Nice shot down the ground there. And it was Shadab Khan once again who has been able to stop that one. They do get the single though. Now 42 runs needed off 37 balls now. 6.81 runs per over. There's one more ball of the power surge. And then they are going to be back to being allowed a few more men outside of the ring. But is it too little too late here for these Sixers as well? It's starting to become more and more secured. And also basically it means a root and boot as well. And there's a wicket need, says Arish there. A root and boot. I don't think I've heard that saying before. I don't know whether I would root and boot anyone. Is there any way I can try and convince them that we don't have to break up after a day? Dan Christian there throwing that one in. Get him back for the 2, and that is going to be the end of the power surge. 113 for 3 here of 14 overs. They still need 39 runs off 36 balls now for themselves. We're going to have another drink. Root's wife then as well. And there. And also one night stand as well, says J. Hayes there. There you go. The water is going down like a treat at the moment. Unlike earlier when I did end up tipping it right down my front because I didn't line up my mouth. You only do that. I was going to say you only do that once, but I did that the other day too. So actually you do that twice and then you start to, I guess, sort it out. Girlfriend's found as well. The fella who did have the sign earlier on saying that he did want to find a girlfriend. He has been able to find one. The moment now, Shadab Khan is going to be bowling his final over. It's going to be whipped to the leg side now. It is a nicely played once again, just ticking. One moment, we will go like this. Hopefully it keeps on updating. There you go. The moment now, Shadab Khan has bowled the one delivery. That's why my coverage was like, hey, do you want me to freeze quickly? That's a good shot from Turner. 6 more for that man. Being aggressive here, and it has worked out for him. And Christian, 2 overs, very crucial for the Six as well, says Arish. Exactly right. If he does end up giving away too many runs, he's going to be in trouble. Shadab Khan and Jenna could be a good option as well, says Jay there. In the chat, I may be tired, but I'm not quite that tired yet for that one to sneak through. One day. I did actually have it earlier on, didn't I? Although it was a different one. It was actually, in the end, I can't even remember what the name was. Can't think of it. So I think perfect match for you, Amish. Emma Watson as well, says Kevin there. I mean, I have watched Harry Potter before. I don't really know too much else about her other than that she was on Harry Potter. Other than that, though, I couldn't probably tell you anything else that she's in that's going to be nicely played out to deep cover there. And once again, it is another one. Daniel Christian, 2 overs as well. Says Arish, and also, is that how you find a girlfriend these days? I like the old message when we used to hide in a shrubbery and spike a drink in a club as well. Says Sebastian, yeah, that guy, he ended up holding up a sign saying, call me ladies, need a girlfriend. And then apparently he's found himself a girlfriend. That's how you do it. Oh, nice work behind the stumps there. I've got the ball back in my hand. I feel like I want to go down to the nets, but I'm always like, Hughes. It was something else. I think it was actually, what was it? Dan? No, it was something. I was actually using someone's name. My husband and I met each other at on MIRC. MIRC. Novmum, you might have to help me out a little bit here. MIRC. My international rugby community. No, I'm not too sure what it would be, but that is the end of the over. It's going to be 123 for 3 here. They've got a currently partnership of 79 runs from 53 balls. MIRC. My Interest Republican Committee. It's probably not. And I'll say, hey, bro, Jimmy, well, I'm back now as well. And it says for sure, yeah, the Mo and Ashton Turner doing very nicely. Internet relay chat. Oh, okay. I'm liking it. Relay chat, so kind of like speed dating, but online. Novmum, I assume. How long have you been married for? It would have been, I guess, that's the thing. I don't really know too much about online dating either, to be fair for myself. I feel like I'm a very timid person, which is probably I was going to say slightly hard to believe, but I feel like it's not really that hard to believe, is it? Like when you stick around for more than like 5 minutes, you can tell that I'm not exactly a get out there, son kind of fellow. But Jackson Bird at the moment, he's almost been hit with the ball, smacked down the ground. And it is going to be, once again, another 2 runs. They're running between the wickets very nicely. 27 runs needed off 29 balls now. They do need a wicket now of Turner if they want any chance of somehow pulling this one back here. And I'll say 17 years, but met each other 1998. We weren't actually looking for anyone. Things just happened as well. There's no one there. There you go. I feel like there's some quite nice stories around, isn't there, in terms of how people met. I don't know how my parents met. I think it was just pretty much, whoa, that's a good throw from the deep. Throw from way back, and it does end up just nailing it starts. Yeah, I think my parents might have just been, they went to school, and then after that, they ended up talking, maybe. Because this is like back in the day, like when you actually had to talk to people without texting them. Like, I guess that's why the youths in our generation, me included, probably don't talk to people in person too much. I mean, I talk to you guys, though, which I feel like is putting it a little bit more than the average teen / I'm actually in my 20s, I've realized. Getting up there. That is going to be, once again, they want the 2 relay throw. That was close there. Jackson Bird might be going upstairs for this one. Is that going to be Ashton Turner out? Or it could be. He's saying he is all right here by the looks of it. He is sticking around. He's got a little bit of a smile. He seems to think that he is pretty well safe. Philippe asking the question, is he safe? Ashton Turner saying, nah, you haven't got me there, mate. So he's very confident. It looked quite close in that regard, but I assume it is in that situation of he should. If he's that confident, neither of us had a phone or a car. Well, not mobile phones as well. And there says Navmum as well. And also we've got the Emma Watson as matured from Harry Potter. Hamish, she's gorgeous and intelligent as well. I reckon you'd hit it off, send her a message as well. Says no beating around the bush. Although she is in America, isn't she? If I'm not wrong there. My coverage has decided that it no longer likes me, so now we're just going to wait for a little bit longer to see the review for the run out here for Ashton Turner. Like he's saying, he's very confident. This one doesn't want to show me the run out. Weird. I'm going to have to go back into it and see probably aftermath of that run out. Okay, so it wasn't given as out. Aaron Hardie there hits a 6, and that was the next ball. That did happen as well there. At the moment, we are going to get to see the replay. That was weird. It was as if it didn't want me to see the TMO, kind of like DRS review. Geez, that's a shot from Aaron Hardie as well. Just a cover drive, lofted out. And it was a absolutely beautiful, and said no beating around the bush. The irony of it as well. And there's Sebastian there. Nicely played once again down the ground. That is going to be the single. And now at the moment, it is going to be 91-run partnership between these two men. They don't need a lot of runs at all. 17 runs of 25 balls now. Like I said, it's the 4th over in a row of 10-plus runs. They just keep on going and going and going. It's a good take from one of the fielding replacements, I believe it was. Who's that? Not too sure who that is. Is that Stephen O'Keefe? Kind of looks like Stephen O'Keefe, but I don't believe it is. And also, don't bet in your bush, or them drop bears will get you as well. See that JA's there. Of course, those crazy drop bears that I still don't actually know whether or not they are actually real. I'm still on the fence. It's gone up in the air. He hasn't got all of that one there. And this is going to be the chance it is taken. And now Turner, he is going to be gone, and he falls short of that 100-run partnership. Goes for 69 of 41. And sure, she sure grew up on that movie as well. And this is David the Mod. She did indeed for the ones for the Harry Potter. That's the thing. The whole cast really kept on going. And also we've got that, my sixes don't look good. As well, says Victor, although that's going to be useful for them to be able to get themselves just that extra wicket. Although now Ashton Agar is going to be not next, it is actually going to be the man after him. So you'll become blind and won't see when the drop bears go for the assault as well, says Sebastian there. Ashton Turner gets 69 runs. What an innings it was from him, though. A strike rate of 168. And that is going to be the end of Ashton Turner. I believe the next man they are sending in is actually the 32-year-old debutant here. Never mind, they've decided to skip him and give it to Agar instead. I believe that will be to try and finish off this innings relatively quickly. 17 runs needed of 24 balls. There's still plenty of time for the Sydney Sixers to try and get back into this one, but Josh Philippe now going to be right up at the stumps. Nothing cuddly about drop bears as well. And there says Victor. So they're like a koala, except like they're crazy or like angry, aren't they? A drop bear. And they're real. And they're just in trees. They drop on you. Okay. I feel like I now will not ever walk under a tree in Australia again. Now, at the moment, it is going to be Murphy. He is sitting there 0 for 7 of his first over. Not a bad one overall, but needs to make sure that he gets out of this one. Not too bad today. Blackcats play like champions, scoring at run rate of 4 runs per over. They were doing very nicely. A debutant at this time as well, says David Lamont. Now, they did decide against them in the end. He will be the next man to the crease, though, I believe. Well bowled, and that is going to be just the single there. And also, they specialise in the aerial assault, as well, said Sebastian there. Also, Hamish once touched a drop bear. Showed us a pic as well. Wait, so drop bears are just koalas, but like they're just getting like they're stressed koalas, maybe. But they look like they're angry little buggers, don't they? They go like that, kind of like not a meerkat. What is that? A raccoon? They go as well. They don't like people too much. Hardie hits that one nicely once again. Goes out to deep cover. And that is once again going to be another single at the moment. We're ticking down in the balls left. 22 remaining. 15 runs to get here for the Sydney Sixers. I might be in with a decent shot here. As long as they don't go smack here, I could end up with the 10 balls being relatively close. Nice, they're bowled. And that's going to be the dot ball. The Bandicoot maybe as well. And koalas who've fallen on hard times as well. And Hamish White Latham didn't take single, just left Conway for nervous 99. It was a little selfish there as well. And there says Cody, I mean, hopefully it doesn't cost Conway a century. I held a drop bear when I was 9 as well, says Nov Mum. So it's not like a koala. It's actually like a whole different species of koala. I feel like I still don't trust the drop bear situation, you know, in terms of like drop bears. Are they like, so if you held one when you were 9, were they like, was it like friendly enough? Nov Mum. You know? I feel like the scariest animal that I've held or touched is probably the koala in Australia. I guess that's probably about as bad as it is. He wanted to, though, as on there, says Betty. And also, we've got the marsupials. There's David the Mod. At the moment, 13 runs needed off 19 balls now for the Perth Scorchers to be able to go on and get themselves the win here. Once again now. Let's try to have that one down the ground. That is going to be the dot ball. Getting closer as well. And it's un-Australian not to wind up the tourists about drop bear as well. I don't remember much about it as well. And this says Nov Mum. So they've got brainwashing powers as well. No, I don't. Drop bears. I'm gonna search on Google what is wrong with drop bears. How dangerous are drop bears? Being dropped on by drop bears resulting in injury, including mainly lacerations and occasionally bites as well. Most attacks are considered accidental. There are no stories of incidents being fatal as well in there. Signed the fictional scientific name Phalarotos is a hoax in contemporary Australian folklore. This imaginary animal is commonly spoken about in tall tales designed to scare tourists as well. And also, they know Hamish, the most dangerous creature in the world is a woman with an axe to grind as well. And also, I want a platypus like Phineas and Ferb. And as well, wait, so drop bears are only like not actually real, but then they say about them dropping on tourists. I am confused. Wait, is it? So it is just a koala that's a bit grumpy. Like it's woken up on the wrong side of the bed, and it's like, or the wrong side of the tree, I guess. And that regard, and also Double David, a woman with a pet drop bear as well in there. It's a fair point. Bender Walsh is now going to be bowling it nicely, whipped to the leg side, and they want to run hard here. Do they want the two? They do get it as well. Oh, great direct hit there from the Sydney Sixers. They're doing extremely well on the field, but it hasn't quite led to any run rates or run out. Sorry, Hardie currently sitting on 33 of 26 deliveries. He has been going along quite nicely for himself. Currently 11 runs needed. So we got there LMAO as well, and also I meant David the Mod, a wrong David as well. And then there, there's JA's double David. It's still, of course, in the chat in spirit as well for David 23 as well is the number. What did the 23 stand for, David? Do let me know, because I know it was David 23, but I never used to read out the 23. But what did the 23 stand for? They're not real, as are they're a close relative of the Bunyip as well. Well bowled by DeWashis, and that is going to be the dot ball. Once again, I meant David the Mod. So at the moment, they have got a white cricket ball in hand by the looks of it. My birthday as well, says David the Mod. Oh, the 23rd of a month. There are 12 of them. David the Mod has born on the 23rd of August. Maybe. We have the Varkolak and a Transylvania bouncy ball there. But it is going to be a no run as well. So what is a Varkolek of Sebastian in Romanian times / Transylvania, which are in current times as well, just like the rest of us? May, damn, close. May, June, July, or about 3 months off. Not too bad. So that's actually coming up soon, David. The way that the year is flying by at the moment. There's a couple of good dot balls here. At the moment, the Perth Scorchers, they need 11 runs off 14 tries to absolutely smack that. That's going to be another dot ball for Ben DeWashis. And also, hey, Kiwi, remember me as well, says Pelly. I do indeed, mate. I hope you are doing well. It's my birthday soon as well, says Not Mum. Because you are having a birthday on the 10th of February. Maybe. Werewolves. I know werewolves. They're in bloody, it's like when me and Mum were talking about it on Twilight, weren't we? And that has to be like a badger as well. And there says David the Mod. There's a big badger. Full toss there from DeWashis, hit down the ground. And it is just going to be, no, they do get back for the two. Werewolves as well. Nope, but pretty close as well. The 6th of February. 6th of February. Is it in February? And also, Aunt Koala is basically junkies as well, says Flesh, and I guess so, when you think about it. Deep down, you know. And also, hey, Kiwi as well, says Pelly, welcome in. The live stream, I hope you are doing well. The date has already been mentioned on the stream, but not by me. Oh. Okay, so it might be a date. 13th of February? 5th of February? This is a tricky one. Is it in February? Or is it in the January mark? It's not the same day as Double David, is it? So we are. So which ones would you avoid the most? Varkolek or drop bear? I would avoid the Varkolek. And the reason I say that is because I can avoid trees, so the drop bears can't go on me. But I can't avoid, like, a forest completely. Well, I can. I don't go near the forest now, but I feel like a werewolf will be able to go out. What Big Bash team do you go for at the moment? I'm pretty impartial. These two sides, I do enjoy watching both of them play. 9 runs needed off 12 balls now to be able to win this one. And no, as I says, Nov Mum. Wait, so it's not in February? Or it is in February? February 10th. No, did I say February 10th? I did indeed. January 10th. Is it today? Happy birthday. No, not too sure. And also you can Google the Varkolek. Lovely fellows. Not in Feb. Oh, okay. So January the 23rd. Twilight franchise. Worst movies in recent history. The acting was atrocious, to say the least. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched them. My mum has. My sister has. I think mum has. I think we worked out. She's going to work out whether she liked the werewolves or the vampires better. It's my birthday, Kiwi, as well, says Pelly everywhere. This is very tough. My birthday coming soon, says Kevin. So you must be a January baby as well. Maybe. And also, it's 5th of February. Wait a minute. Did I say 5th of February for Nov, Mum? But not yours. Got around the wrong way. No, June the 2nd as well. And then it says Pelly everywhere. Okay, June the 2nd. I'm probably going to forget these, I'll be honest. I'm probably going to forget them very quickly as well. At the moment now, Hayden Kerr, 8 runs of 11 balls here. So I believe if they win here, do I get the points if I get it right? Oh, 4 balls left. Oh, no, 4 overs left, that is. 20 balls, 5 balls left. Super over chair as well from Hamish Spencer. 10 balls left from myself. So he had 5 balls. So if it's in the next kind of few balls, I think I do get the points. If it is more than a few balls, it is Hamish Spencer. He does receive the points there as well. It's gone straight up in the air. Straight up in the air. Who wants the Shadab Khan? What a take that is. Whoa, that was a loud clap. That was a brilliant take there from Shadab Khan. And now it is 10 runs off 8 balls. 8 runs off 10 balls, I should say. Very nicely done. And now I believe it will be the debutant who has to make his way out to the crease. So what is your birthday date, Nov Mum? I assume it's January. I struggle with birthdays, remembering them. As well, I can only remember my friends because they are all very similar. So pretty much mine is on the 2nd, Daniel's is on the 22nd, Isaac is on the 22nd, and then George's is on the 29th. Shadab Khan taking that one extremely well for himself. Didn't even look like he was at any stage worried about that one. So about Aaron Hardie, he's done very nicely for himself out there, the way that he is batting. And yes, and it is a final. Yes, and it is a final. And there's us, his Nov Mum. Oh, is it 28th? Nov Mum. I know that 28th is the final, isn't it? Is that your birthday? Pro tomorrow action of the day in cricket. Bangladesh versus New Zealand. Devon Conway 100 and Tom Latham 200. Big complete first and New Zealand mountain of runs of the first innings of day 2. Exactly right. And Perth should be just coasting without making silly shots as well. And yes, as I said, no, so the 28th, I'm going to try my absolute best to wish you a happy birthday on the final. And if I don't wish you a happy birthday, please do remind me so that I can wish you a happy birthday. So Berg at the moment here. The BBL, he's only had about 1 or 2 matches here. Debut for the Perth Scorchers, so he hasn't actually played for the Perth Scorchers before. 32 years of age at the non-strikers end. Ashton Agar can finish this one just like that if he does decide to, but they are 5 down at the moment. Let's play that one nicely, and it looks like he does want the 2 runs for it. They just get the 1, though. They did cross, and now Saberg. He's going to be on strike. 9 balls left here. Is there a chance that we might see a super over here? It's a great take from Shadab Khan, though. Saying there, he thought that Hayden Kerr was going to be able to take that one as well there, but currently sitting there, Kerr 1 wicket, 23 runs, 3.3 overs. He's got 3 more balls to get through, and he needs to go for only probably 1 run here if he does want his side to have a decent chance of being able to go on and win it. Going to be a nice shot there, beautifully played by Saberg, and that is racing away, and I will get a free burger from Burger Fuel as well. Says, no, Mum, is that actually the case? I know that for Subway, I get a free cookie with a large side. Or like if I've already ordered a sub, I think you do get a cookie, a whole free burger. Is there any other catch other than that? No, Mum, I feel like I need to sign up for a Burger Fuel membership thing as well. Nicely played there from Saberg. And because of it now, 3 runs needed off 8 deliveries now. And Ramesh Bro, 12:26 a.m. in New Zealand. Just a few minutes match will end here. As I said for show, exactly right. They need 3 runs off 8 deliveries. It could be finished on this ball, depending on how it goes. For Saberg, who was able to get a very nice shot away. Where does he go now? Shot down the ground. Brilliant shot. Does it race away? It's going to be just the 2 runs for him as well. And that is going to be 1 run needed now. Yep, signed to the VB or the VIB as well, and get the most expensive burger that I like. There you go. Liking it. What's your favorite burger? What's the burger of choice from Burger Fuel? No, Mum, do let me know. I don't think I've ever actually had Burger Fuel. I've had Burger King. I've had Burger King. That's actually it when it comes to the names with burger in it. Burger Shack, I think, is a thing. I haven't been there, though. At the moment, it is looking very nice for the Perth Scorchers to be able to go on and win this one. I'm going to have a quick look to see how the points are sitting after that one. It is going to be Hamish Spence who does claim the 3 points for this one. Congratulations, Perth Scorchers. Back-to-back wins as well, says Vishal, exactly right. And that will secure them a spot in the final as well. But Hamish Spencer, with the fact that he did say that it would be 5 balls left, we eventually got that out of him for an answer. So he is going to be receiving the 3 points. And second, this is once again maybe myself, which I will take, of course. And then a third Perth smash and bacon backfire. That sounds nice. So that's going to be the dot ball. No, it's not. They run through for the single and they do end up winning this game now. And that will be the end of it. The Perth Scorchers win the game. Suburg able to score the final runs of the match. So 17 balls, changing to 13 there. Wait a minute. Do we take the latest guess? Because that's actually his latest guess. That came in before 5 balls left in the super over. Does that mean he doesn't get the 3 points? Another great smash as well. Hi, says Amali as well. Now I want the Scorchers to win the final. Wouldn't be fair if the Sixers came champions after 2 losses as well, says Sebastian there as well. So yeah, I think he actually ties points with Paddy Wagon for that one with the 13. We will go like that. And we will go like that. Well done, Paddy, though. You do yourself a few more points in that regard. And we will go like that. And we will go Paddy Wagon. Does end up rewarding himself with the 2 points because it is second equal in that regard. And also, nope, his first guess as well. So we are going off the first guess for that one, or the last guess that he did put in. Because I can tell you that one came through at 11:01 after 151 for the first 2. And then he said that one at 11:01 p.m. and then the next one at 11:03 p.m. And that was the 13 balls one that he go with. No, super over is his final prediction. Don't give that man points, please, as well. And there's his efficient. He has got the sad face as well there. So the super over with 5 balls left of the super over, or the 13. I mean, I think chase down with 13 balls left. Cheer, bro. I think that is the one we go off in this situation. And also there, Paddy Wagon gets himself the 2 points as well. And you allowed me to change as well, says Paddy Wagon. I did indeed. And you did get, in the end, the 13 balls left, you did say. So you get yourself the 2 points as well. Going to have to get a burger now, as us. It's Fitch and Hamish Pro and Super Smash game. Bracewell had a fantastic last night. He did indeed. Of course, Michael Bracewell, the captain, doing absolutely phenomenal for himself in that one. But nonetheless, I am going to look through Uber Eats at all the food that doesn't deliver here. Thank you guys all for tuning in throughout the day. We have got Bangladesh versus New Zealand a little bit later on, and that is going to be tomorrow as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Hope you do enjoy your sleep or your night or your day, depending on what time it is where you are. And we will see you all tomorrow for